What's up, Boober? How's it going, buddy? Hi, what's up, Superboy? How's it going, buddy? Apologize for those uniform responses, but that's where we're at. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Guys, I slept. What the fuck? Why's my face? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Guys, I slept hard today. Hard. I just woke up like an hour ago. That's so weird that my face is glitching out, though. I'm self-conscious about that now. What the fuck? How's it look? Are you look good? Are you look good? All right. Good morning. Happy Sunday morning to everybody. Welcome to TMPG. I'm, of course, your humble host, Thundernick. I know Superwise just waiting for me to touch this button, so I'm going to touch it. And, yeah, the title is accurate. We do have a new Minecraft map. We are doing a fresh start, a new start. Unfortunately, the map you guys are all very comfortable with got corrupted a little bit. So, it's been impossible to load onto that map. In fact, trying to load onto that map and or edit that map crashes Minecraft as an entire game. So it might just be a bad file, just a busted file. But we've started over. So, that's happening. Well, Superwise playing Wreck. Fair enough. It is double XP for the Wreck all weekend, huh? But anyways, new start means new adventure. It means new villages, like the one I have here in front of me, that I'm fencing off, and turning into a work farm for these villagers, because they will be under my control. I will make them into farm slaves. I still haven't figured out how I'm going to trough off these guys over here, these couple of buildings here, but I'll figure out something for these ones too. And basically, I'm in charge of a whole village now, guys. It's kind of an upgrade for my life. It's kind of a big deal. Now, as far as my day is going, I stayed up way too late trying to grind my power forward a little bit. After we were done playing offline Minecraft yesterday, I must have played 3 or 4 hours of 2K, just trying to grind that power forward I have. I'm convinced that's the build. That build's gonna be fun until I run into Cordero, then it won't be fun. But anyway, stayed up way too late. Woke up this morning, headache. Because I slept, morning. I use that term relatively because it was like literally noon when I woke up. But maybe a little before noon. And I woke up and I was like, pain and ow and and what the fuck? Hunger pains and a headache from no caffeine and every other goddamn thing, bro. The day just started rough. So I immediately put some gear on, went up to the grocery store, got that done already, guys. And decided, fuck coffee today. We're not doing coffee today. We're doing Red Bulls. I got a little baby blueberry one right here. I've already drank a pineapple one, because these medium-sized ones are like 2 for $5 or whatever. And then I also got the big fella in the fridge cooling down. I bought that off the shelf at the grocery store, so it's not cold at all. So I have that in the fridge getting cold, but I got the proper 20-ounce like big boy size Red Bull as well. Sugar-free. Get on my life. The fuck does a new start mean? Bro, our file got corrupted, Kyle. Where have you been? Yeah, you and Paul are pretty upset. Paul's equally as upset as you are right now, Kyle. But that other map, impossible to load onto. I can show you if you want. We'll see if it works. You want me to show you? No one's in here yet. I won't be hijacking anybody. Let me show you. I'll show you, Kyle. Watch. I'll show you what happens when we try and load into that map we were all building on. Watch, here we go. Ready? Ready? I know, bro. It's not good. Can you imagine how much we've all built? We've been very upset about it for a little while now. I think it happened like last weekend. I'll show you in a second. Watch this. Skip that. We don't need to download a texture. And boom. Game crashed. Now that's not an aberration. I was expecting the game to crash. Why? Because it happens literally every. And now I'm not playing Minecraft anymore, because that happens every time I try and load into that map. Also, every time I try and edit that map, does the same thing. Like, we literally have a corrupted file. Like, it crashes my Minecraft. Notice how I'm loading back into Minecraft right now. Bro, this is what's happening. I'm sorry that this is fresh news to you, buddy, but we've all been dealing with this for about a week, trying to figure it out. But yeah, so we have a new map. Fresh start, dude. That's all you can do. Basically, we're a bunch of ants with a nice little colony, and then somebody shook the farm, dude. Yeah, it's a bummer, dude. And that happens literally every time. I've done that 3 or 4 times on stream now. And I did, please believe I did it a bunch of times off stream, trying to figure out some way to get back onto that map. Maybe somewhere down the road we'll be able to play. I haven't deleted it. I'm not deleting it. It's just going to sit there. Do you know what I mean? I'm keeping that map until I can figure out some magic way to get back on there without it all going to shit. But yeah, it's literally compromised. That's what happens every single time you try and load into it and or even edit it. So basically, we started a new map. Now there is one rule on this new map. The new map, the one rule is we're not building anything off the main map. By the main map, I mean the starter map, the place you land when you load in. If you're gonna make a big old fat build, do it right there on the first piece of map. I think part of the reason why we had so much trouble, or the game, or Mojang or Minecraft, whatever you want to call it, had so much trouble, is because we built so far away from each other, and the game had so much to calculate, so many plates to spin, so far away. Did you make this new one infinite? Yeah, of course I did, bud. Hey yo, Lawrence is here. What's up, Lawrence? Illidars. Hey Nick. Hey, how's it going, buddy? Yeah, so the game's corrupted. I think at some point we either quit without letting it save, or just the build itself. I mean, I know we all individually, Super Y and Paul did one day, I did another day. We all traveled like literally so much building. Yeah, we did do a lot of work on that map, so it doesn't surprise me that it was compromised. But anyways, see all these green dots on this map? These are all the cities. Me and Super Y did a little bit of work off stream trying to find us a new map, a better map, a map that would actually, you know. What's up, Pazuzu? Morning. Happy Sunday, everybody. We found ourselves a map that has an insane amount of villages on it, right? We found a map that's got a little bit of everything topographically. We found a map that has a lot of room, open space for big builds if you'd like to do that. Infinite might be too much to hold. Exactly, Kyle. This was our thought, bro. We did a little too much traveling. With all the building and the infinite, this is where our head's been last couple days, Kyle. You're exactly right. So, with our new start, which we've just gotten, a handful of us, Super Y, Paul, a few people, Ty's been on here, Lawrence is on here right now, as you can see. There's Lawrence right there. Kicking him out, joking. We've respectively taken over villages. The idea of this new start is each of us grab a village, protect the village, holler at each other when we need help with raids, keep the villagers alive is the mission of the day. Why is Lawrence at my house? Lawrence, you come over here without. You better motherfucking watch your P's and Q's. Lawrence is trying to raid my village, dude. Don't come near my village, Lawrence. There'll be consequences. These prisoners shouldn't have to see free people, dude. All right? Okay, here's the thing. So basically what's happened is we've restarted. Now I built a fence around this village for the most part. I need to continue to work on the fence. I had to plant a bunch of trees to get that done. The fence isn't quite right. I mean, it's technically holding them in, but they're still giant. I'm filling in my map. All right, well, fill it in, but you just fucking tell your story. Walk it. You understand what I'm saying to you? All right, I'm gonna go back to my house right now. At some point, I gotta build stairs up to my house here, so I don't have to climb the stupid. I just put a little bug out outpost type of a vibe. So everyone claims a village, exactly, bro. And then we keep the village alive. As in, like, we trade with the villagers and get all the upgrades we want, right? Like, the struggle is keeping the villagers alive, because as often as raids happen, on these kinds of infinite maps or whatever, it's an undertaking. Plus, the villagers do shit you don't want them to do. Like they farm so erratically. It pisses me off. I want to set their farms up better, dude, so that it looks cleaner. They're all messy with their farming, dude. And this one asshole keeps farming outside. Like, he keeps going, oh, they can farm over here. Like, no, stupid. We don't want to farm over there, dude. Get inside your cage. Your cage will keep you safe. Your cage, it's like the village. Your cage will keep you safe. The monsters in the red cloaks are outside. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to do over here. It's not as easy as it looks, dude. And it makes Minecraft a little bit trickier when you're trying to protect people, you know? Lawrence, I have no idea. I know that this top one right here... Lawrence, are you looking at my stream right now? Alright, you're down here with me, right, Lawrence? Or you were a second ago? At the top, by the beautiful lake where we start, that's the lake where you start. You spawn in right here by this lake. It's right over our mountain. You can find this lake. It's got some cool geographical like land pieces over this lake. It's unmissable. Like if you see it, you know what's going on. Grr time. All she wanna do is grr time. All right, cool, man. What's up, Gory? How you doing, buddy? Everything good with you? Happy Sunday. Just down the river here from that initial spawn in lake is a village. I don't think anybody's claimed this village. Although this is Super Y over here in the sand. I think Super Y has it in mind to take some of those villagers and bring them over to the village he's working on, because the village he's working on doesn't have villagers. His plan is to like refurbish this village that has 0 villagers in it and then move some villagers over into it. Is his plan. So it's interesting. I don't know how he's going to get that accomplished, but hey, if he's having fun with it, you know what I mean? So I think this one's up for grabs. I think this one down here might be Paul. I'm not sure. I feel like there's several maps over here. Why are there several maps over here? I'm not 100%. I'm not 100% if there's even any villages on that. Here's what I know. The one rule, you don't have to have a village. You could just build. You could just have a good time, build a little house. You don't have to take over a village. We just figured that'd be a fun extra thing to do, you know? Eventually, this is just going to be an outpost. The spot I've been sitting in this whole entire stream so far. Excuse me. Eventually, this is just going to be an outpost. This spot I'm standing in right here. Eventually, I have it in mind. Once I get my resources right, once I dig the dirt out enough, I'm eventually going to build a staircase up to the top of this, and I'm going to legit build a nice big mansion on the top of this hill. Like, I want to live well away from my villagers. You know what I mean? That's my plan. Eventually. Because tell me the top of this doesn't look dope as hell, guys. Check this out. It's super flat. It's dope. It's like some plateau business. It's plenty of room to build something really cool. So this is like where I'm actually going to build. And look how it looks down over the village. How good is that? Imagine I get a couple floors up in like a castle or something, and I look down over onto my village. Come on, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bruh. Anyways, that's my village. That's a better look at it. But yeah, this is where I'll be building. I plan to build up here. I'm pretty excited about it. I don't know what I'm going to build yet. I might just do another castle, but I might also do something cooler than that. You know, like I might try and figure out some unique way to use the. I don't know, man. Maybe I'll make some really. I don't know. I have a village, so I'm not trying to make a village. It's like the thing about it is I'm gonna do all my farming over here. You see how there's a lot of empty space over there by the vegetables and stuff? Like, I'm gonna put in some fucking serious farming over there for them, and hopefully the villagers will take up the charge of actually, you know, farming it. I don't know how that works. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. But most of my vegetables and farm stuff's gonna be in here, so I don't need to make room for that in my house. What I might just do is like a really cool, unique looking build, you know? Giant A-frame or something cool like that, you know? Something, I don't know, something unique. Some sort of circular house. Make it look like a lighthouse or something. Ooh, a lighthouse would be cool. I don't think I have the Minecraft abilities, though. You know what I mean? I don't think my Minecraft abilities are strong enough to pull that off, but I think a fucking, like a lighthouse or something would be pretty sick. But look at this. On this piece of map that we're talking about right now, guys, look at all these other plateaus. Plenty of places for people to establish themselves and build a dope-ass fucking castle on the hill. We could all just technically have castles on the hill. How dope would that be? I mean, granted, mine's overlooking a dope-ass village. It's going to be a bunch of villagers farming for me, but technically, this piece of map is just full of, like, flat-topped mountains like this, dude. I mean, how good is that, dude? How good is that? Plus, I also have... Ow! My ankle! Okay. I also have my mine right here. I've gotten it started. I've gotten down to depth. I've done a bit of resourcing because I just need some iron, some coal, and some stuff. I still need to do a bit more of that, to be fair, because my shovel and my sword are about to be kaput. But I've spent a little time underground as well, just kind of grinding that out, because Lord knows, you kind of have to establish yourself underground a little bit. Right off rip. In order to, you know, get a little bit of the resources you need just to be solid. Like, I had to get a set of armor, you know, things like this to protect myself, so. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. And hopefully I don't run into a raid, because I'm not really prepared for that yet. My walls aren't built. I planted a bunch of acai trees, which is what I'm making my fence around my village out of. I toyed with the idea of doing iron, but I just don't have enough iron, you know? Like, I'm not running into as much as I thought I would over here. So, but yeah. That's what I'm working with. There's, like I said, there's 4 or 5, you see those little green dots on that map. There's 4 or 5 different villages, guys. So, like, if you want to take a villager or two, I don't know, you'd have to communicate with Superwide. I think one of the villages is bookmarked for him to pull all the villagers out of, like I said. But that still leaves, you know, 3 or 4 other villages. Assuming they have villagers in them. I think only the one at the top by the lake has villagers in it. Some of the other ones, while there are 3 or 4 or 5 little villages on the map, I'm not sure how many of them actually have villagers, to be fair. So, that is one concern, though. If that is the direction you guys want to go. You don't have to. You could just go underground, do some mining, do some building. It could be as simple as that for you. But, Lord knows at some point if these villagers get too annoying, I'll just murder all of them Thanos style and, you know, turn that space where their village is into a giant farm. So, one thing I have been a little underwhelmed with on this map, though, if I'm going to be completely honest, is there's not a surplus of surface coal, which doesn't seem like a big deal until you're like, man, I don't even have torches. What the fuck? You know what I mean? Like I do now. I've made a concerted effort to wander around and find some, but there has not been like a overabundance of surface coal. A lot of maps you load onto and you're just like, oh fuck, there's a chunk of black over there, there's a chunk of black over there, there's a chunk of black over there. You just see coal everywhere as you're walking around. That has not been the case on this map. So it's either really dense underground, or this map's just, topographically, this map just didn't load in as much surface coal as normal. But anywho, how's everybody's Sunday going? I feel like I lost everybody. Where'd everybody go? Everybody good? Guys, literally talking in a circle for 19 minutes? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Talented. It's a gift. Alright, you guys wouldn't get it. Or maybe you would. I don't know. Red Bull makes him chatty. It kind of does, dude. Red Bull kind of does make me chatty. Dude, Red Bull combined with like 10 hours of sleep. Chatty, bro. So super, how long did you wait for me to start my stream on this Minecraft today, bro? Or did you even bother? Were you just like, fuck it, I'm playing 2K. Thunder's taking forever. Fuck this guy. Because it did cross my mind when I woke up. I was like, fuck, I wonder what time Superboy was thinking we were going to get this party started. Oh, there he is. Because we did speak about, you know, playing Minecraft today. I wasn't going to ditch out, dude. And also, I wonder, is there a place for a power forward, a pass first power forward in Rec? There really isn't, right? Point guards pretty much run Rec. Fair? Because that might be a nice way to level up my guy. Didn't want to wake you up. Yeah, I feel you. I appreciate that. Bro, I was up late, though, grinding that power forward. Dude, low key, I don't know if any of you guys have a my player in LA with the Clippers. Maybe it's just my bad luck, but Kawhi and Paul George can't stay on the court. Like, I mean, in real life that's happening, but in the video game, they get injured constantly. I've been playing without Kawhi and without Paul George. They've never been on the court at the same time. The whole first season I've been playing with my power forward. It's been so... I finally got the starting lineup. It's been so fucking difficult, dude. I'm like, why did I come here? Like, I thought for sure it was just going to be Clamp City, runouts for fast break dunks and stuff. Like, I was like, this is going to be a great place to play with a power forward. Bro, I'm doing so much more than I should have to. It's annoying. It's, like, legit annoying. I might have to trade myself somewhere else or something, you know? Like, the Clippers have not been fun, has not been good to me at all. Plus, Paul George and Kawhi are both ISO players, basically. I mean, they can play in a system, obviously. But, like, on 2K, they're give me the ball and get out of my way players a little bit. It's like, goddamn, dude. I'm good, too, you knew? They're not what you... I mean, Paul George is kind of a catch and shoot on 2K, but... when I was played there, they couldn't make a shot from 2 inches away. This is what I'm saying, bro. Like, it's like, unless they create their own, they won't play with me. They're just, they're like, they won't. I don't. I don't know. Maybe I haven't established myself enough to get the pass yet. I don't know, but it's been frustrating, and I feel like it's hampered my ability to, you know, to upgrade my guy. I feel like I'm not getting the kind of, you know, assists per game, points per game, you know, name your stat that I'd need to really upgrade my guy efficiently playing with those fucking bums. And like I said, also, they can't stay on the court, dude. Right now, Kawhi's injured. Before, when I had Kawhi on the court, Paul George is injured. Like, they have not been playing on the same court at all season. We're like 8 and 9, dude. I'm not even playing on a hard difficulty. Finally got the starting lineup, and then we got fucking blown out by like a garbage team in my debut in the starting lineup. I'm like, what the fuck? It's like, I swear I'm playing less minutes now that I'm a starter. It's like, how the fuck is that possible? Super frustrating, dude. Like, begs the question, though, where's a good spot for a 4 where I can shine bright like a diamond? You know what I mean? Like, I mean, the Clippers are one of those places where they could use a 4. They could use one. You know? Like, they don't really have an established power forward. I mean, you could say that Harrell guy or Farrell guy, whatever the fuck his name is. But he could play the 5 just as easily, though. Putting off doing the woodwork that I have to do. Right now I'm putting off doing the wood tree chopping. What? Excuse me. I have some tree chopping to do. I planted a fuck ton of acai trees around the outside of my village. And I need to chop literally all of them down and make fences out of them in order to finish off the walls, the fences, the walls around my village. Because I don't have enough wood to, you know, make all the fences or whatever. But I'm just still putting that off. I'd really rather, you know, do a little mining than do that right now. Mining seems like extra right now. Or it seems much easier right now than chopping trees. I don't know why. Something about chopping trees just annoys me. I did too much of it on Secret Build, I think. I'm not going to forever hate chopping trees. Oh, Aaron Gordon didn't get robbed, guys, by the way. I don't know how you guys feel about that. But, they robbed him again. The dunk contest last night, guys. I don't know if you guys watched that. He didn't get robbed. I watched the highlights of it. He didn't get robbed. I watched every dunk. Jones did much more difficult dunks, dude, in my opinion. He jumped from the free throw line and did a windmill. Get out of my face. Well, a step in. But if you go back and look at Jordan's jump from the free throw line, Jordan jumped from a step in as well. I don't know. I have opinions. I called Derrick Jones winning that whole thing. Or Jones Jr. I think it's Derrick Jones Jr. I called Derrick Jones Jr. winning that slam dunk competition before it even happened. So maybe I'm a little biased, but fuck off, Gordon. You did like 2 or 3 dunks you did the last time you were in the dunk contest. You did them again. You're repeating yourself. Plus, he jumped over Taco Fall. No, he didn't. Taco Fall was damn near bending over. Like, what are we talking about here, dude? That one really bothers me. This whole, like, it's out there, too. Because I'm, for better or worse, on Instagram and following so many NBA players and following so much basketball that, like, my whole thread is just, he got robbed, he got robbed. That's my entire thread right now on Instagram. That it's like, come on, every third post. I'm like, are you serious? He didn't get robbed, dude. If he hits that windmill one he did, first try, maybe you can make a case that he got robbed. But, bro, say what you will, Derrick Jones was making his dunks. He didn't take 2 and 3 attempts. You take 2 and 3 attempts, you lose a lot of points, or at least you should. That's how that should go. I don't know. I have opinions. But like I said, I had Derrick Jones winning that thing before it even started, so. I need to make some, not that one. I need to make some chests for down here to put some of this stone away. I don't want to have to put it all upstairs. It's going to take up all my room. Which means I need to chop trees. Ugh, I don't want to chop trees, dude. Farmer Joe over there. Yeah, because I'm already like filling up right now, dude. I hate it. Ooh, that's enough to make a couple, I think. Son of a, there we go. There we are. You got to put a couple of chests down here, I feel like, just to, you know, put away the block and stuff. Because what if you need it someday, you know? You never know when you might need a little block, dude, in your life. Oh my god, look at that. Iron right there. Greatest day of my life. Alright, let's get it. I don't give a shit about that little bit of redstone up there. Like, fuck off. Okay. Alrighty then. Okie dokie there. And then this last one will be maybe just right here, dude. And this one will be just like some straight up, I don't know, redstone or something. let's go chop some trees. I can't put it off any longer. These poor villagers, dude, you know? While they're safe behind their walls are not intact, so they're not really safe behind their walls. You know? Plus, I need to make some post-type light sources in there, too, because it gets dark in there and things spawn inside the village, and then the evil things that are spawning inside the village are trapped inside the village because there's walls. It's not good. Like, the villages are probably less safe with these walls up than they would be if they weren't up, you know? Not to mention there's giant gaping holes in the walls, obviously, for where they walk in and out. I didn't want to cut this farmer off from his vegetables out here because this farmer loves this patch of vegetables right now, right here. He gets up into this every day. So I didn't want to, like, rob him of that, you know what I mean? But at the same time, like, I didn't need them wandering around all willy-nilly, dude. I also left an opening over here. I'm not sure why. Why did I leave an opening over here? I'll have to close this off, probably. I think it's because the path went this way. I was just like, oh, they must want to go this way. There's nothing over here. I can close this one off, probably. I'll have to do that at some point. There's no reason for them to go out there, really. Yeah, but they like their freedom of movement a little too much, these guys. They like to wander around out here. Pisses me off. Alright, let's chop some trees. Is there one block of wood in there or something that's keeping that from fucking falling down? Where is it? There it is, right there. Can't get it. Not tall enough. Annoying. Yeah, acai trees might not have been the right choice, but they're just so plentiful that I was like, alright, we're going to do acai. Because they grow all weird and super tall and at an angle, and sometimes it's difficult to use the stump to get tall enough to kill the tree completely so it seeds. Like, sometimes that's difficult to do, given the weird, like, angle they grow at. But they are a gorgeous wood. Are these are good, right? Yeah. Okay. Oh, this one's gonna have some dirty shit up in the side of the. There we go, like this one, like right there. Got other dirty shit in here? No. What was that? Something was just moving over there. Was that a sheep? Something was hiding in the long grass. And I can't do anything with that. Okay. Annoying. I can't reach the last little. There we go. Got it. So I did the worst thing you can ever do. Is I went to the grocery store this morning hungry. I bought the stupidest shit. Like I think I got steak cut fries. I don't know when the last time I ate steak cut fries were, but I was like, I need steak cut fries. Those look bomb as hell. I'll buy some of those. And then I was like, soup. Yeah, I need some soup. So I bought a whole bunch of varieties of Campbell's soups, you know, chunky soups or whatever. I was like, yeah, we eat some soup, man. I could really go for some soup. And I was like, and a fruit pie, and some Red Bulls, and microwave popcorn. Like, just the most random ass stuff. I had no theme, no idea. Just was in there just like going down the aisles going, oh, that looks good. Get it. I usually go to the grocery store with a little bit more of a plan, but I just really didn't have a plan this morning. I was just hungry, you know? I feel like I got out with some good stuff for sure, but oh man, broke the so annoying not having diamond tools, by the way. So annoying. Microwave popcorn and fruit pies and Campbell's chunky soup and fucking Red Bulls and trying to think, did I get licorice? I might have got licorice. Not sure. I don't remember. I think I got licorice. I got licorice too. I'm pretty sure I got licorice also. Something else I got. I don't remember. But I was just you don't shop hungry. That's why you don't shop hungry, bro. Like you end up buying stupid shit. Not stupid shit. It's all edible, right? But yeah, I don't know. I was on one out there at the grocery store. I was just hungry, bruh. What do I need here? Let me do a sword. Let me do 2 axes. Let me do 2 shovels. And how much left do I get? I got 13 left. Nice. That's not bad. Still got a pretty good amount. Plus I have a few cooking downstairs, right? Yeah. That should be good. Why are you? That's as close as a creeper got to any of my villagers, right there, by the way. I had to knock him back into the side of the mountain. He blew up over there. I was like, oh, phew. He almost murdered my blacksmith, though. So close. He's almost murdering my blacksmith. I was so butthurt in my mind. I was like, oh, God, if he blows him up, I'm going to be pissed. Fence these shitlords in. Some spots on the fence are taller than others, but that's just because topographically this place isn't perfectly flat, you know? But otherwise, the fence is the same height all the way around. And tall enough in every area of the fence to like secure the area, right? But in some spots, it's way taller than others. It's kind of weird. But when it's done, it's going to look cool, I think. And when it's really done, and I make sure that all the villagers are inside, and I finish off the last couple of fenced areas, they're going to live in here. And there's no wandering around anymore. It's time to get some fucking farming done and stop dilly-dallying around and wandering around the world. Okay? Can't keep you safe unless there's giant walls around us. Donald Trump. What? Nothing. Oh shit, this is fucking terrible. I feel bad for these poor villagers, but also they should be very happy that I'm here, okay? Because I'm keeping them alive, dude, at the same time, you know? Yeah, I'm gonna need so many more fences. I made like one stack of fences and I was like, that'll do it. No, dude, I need to make so many more fences. What's up, Paul? How's it going, buddy? Morning. Happy Sunday, dude. What's this guy got to trade? What's your story, buddy? Cactus and shit? Alright. Got some nonsense. That's cool. I need to put some stairs right there. That's annoying that I have to hop every time. That's really dumb and annoying. I hate it. And it's the worst. I hate it and it sucks and it's the worst. Paul, have you still completely given up on this? Because I think Superboy fixed your temple or whatever that you were all like, well, I quit. Remember when you're all like, I quit? I think Superboy fixed what you were concerned about. Are you at all interested in giving it another shot, buddy? Bro, pillagers spawned in my village. What? Well, at least they're trapped in there. Kill them. Do you need help? I can come help if I can find you. The reason why I didn't just... Motherfucker, I just made 32 of those. God damn it. No, dude. I wasn't trying to... I wasn't trying to make 32 fucking fence gates. God damn it. That's frustrating. That'll hurt your soul a little bit. Yeah, it's the free sleigh rides. That's what does it, dude. He's right, you know. You gotta stop giving out free sleigh rides, dude. You know how much pillagers love sleigh rides, dude. You know this. You've known this for a long time. That guy's annoying. I might have to build out the fence around him because he loves his farm right here. I don't want to cut this guy off from that farm. He loves that farm. This guy wants to go wander around and do something. He spends every day staring out this fence. You don't like being a prisoner, do you, bud? Yeah, well, I don't like that you don't trade with me. So, you know, I don't know what to tell you. There was a creeper boom boom right here. I gotta fix that in with some dirt at some point. Villagers won't go through gates, right? Or will they? Like, can a villager go through this gate and just be like, peace, and go out this way? Or no? Like, do they know how to open a gate? I don't think they do, right? I'm not 100% on that. Yeah, how do we give him a villager? That's like, that would be the way to help, right? Someone's got to give him a villager. How do you give a man a villager, dude? So he can finish off his raid. Because without a villager, it's just sitting there. It's just pending. It's not actually, there's no threat of it, right? It's like, it's the second he gets a villager, it's going to be Raid City, is what he's saying. If I have it correct, unless I have bad information. I'm pretty sure all that can happen is, like, nothing until he gets a villager. Like, there's no danger, right, Super White? It's just, once you do get a villager to your village, it's going to pop off a raid immediately. Yeah, he's good. But yeah, if you need all hands on deck, we can come over there and trash a fucking raid for you, bud. I know you can you can bust up a raid on your own, but like that would be so fun for everybody on all corners of this map to just come storming over there like 4 or 5 strong and just go and wreck the shit out of a raid. I know I'm gonna be hollering at you guys if a raid happens in my neck of the woods. Just please believe that. That's half the fun of having 3 or 4 people on the map at any given time. And that's also half the fun of having one piece of map we're all working off of, so we're never that far away from each other. Like, I can get over to Super Y in like 3 minutes on foot, you know? Imagine when we get the railway in place, which is down the road for me. I'm not invested in a railway right now. I think that was just such an undertaking at the start of that last planet world that we had. Like, that was it was a lot for me right off the rip. I want to take some time before I start worrying about that kind of, because we're all on the same piece of map, so we're not that far apart from each other, you know? So So it's not a huge priority right off rip to do, in my opinion, to do a railroad. It doesn't have to be the first thing we do. On the last one, if we were to connect those 2 cities, it was like, we better get a railroad going so that it's more efficient to connect these 2 cities because they're like so goddamn far apart. But that is less the case now. Why are these villagers like living outside the village right now? They're just hanging out here. Fuck's your guys' deal, dude? Let me leave this open for them. Hey, right here, stupid. Hey, turn around. Okay, sounds good, bud. I love how half my villagers are just hanging out outside the village. So stupid, dude. Hey, come over here, dum-dum. Right over here. Come on. Right here. Gate. Enter. Come on. Right here. Say simple. Hey, simple. What are you doing? Oh, he's an idiot. I don't think I'm built for taking care of a village. These guys are too dumb, you know? These villagers are too stupid, you know what I mean? They're just too damn dumb, dude. They can't figure out how to get back into their own village, dude. Bunch of morons. What the hell is that? These guys are good. They're just hanging out. 26 of those for that, 26 of those for that. Okay. Interesting. Carrots for a, and then for a, These farmers I have over here don't really have the good shit. At least at low levels. I guess I gotta level them up a lot before they'll actually do the good shit. I guess probably, right? I'm stoked to see the Iron Giant thing back into the back inside the village. It was stuck outside for a while too. One of these nights, we're gonna have to stay up at night so I can finish off these fences and keep these villagers trapped. Do you know what I mean? Like one of these nights, I have to do that. When they all go into their homes to sleep, I'm gonna have to lock them in. At some point. At some point, I have to properly enslave these villagers. This feels so dirty, what I'm doing here. But also important because eventually I'm gonna lay out a lot of crops inside that cage, and I'm gonna need them to process those crops for me, dude. You know what I mean? I have to use the bathroom so bad. I'm waiting for this sleep so much, like you don't even know. I got poo on deck. Your boy Thunder has poo on deck right now. I'm just waiting for that sun to go down. Come on. Fucking ants everywhere. Fuck out of my life. Alright. Is it nighttime? There we go. Nick, villagers go to bed earlier than we can. Oh, really? Well, then where the fuck? Why was that farmer guy just sitting there then? Is he being difficult? Is he an asshole? He might be an asshole. That farmer guy, like, does he not sleep? He lives on those on those crops right there, dude. Old boy never leaves those crops. He's a dedicated farmer, dude. So dedicated. It's ridiculous. He loves this small little plot of land he's got here, dude. It just loves it. And he's one of the few people over here I can trade with, too, so... I don't want anything to happen to him, you know? Sometimes the villager's moms love stay up late. Yeah, well... I'm not certain this one has a mother or father. That's how late he's staying up. Really? Still can't hit that one, huh? Okay, no other one in there. Good shit. What the fuck? Wrong button. I was hitting the switch button. I was like, what the fuck is... Why is this... What the fuck? I'm not a smart man. right there. And one up there, damn it. There's a bunch over here. Son of a... I'm gonna end up with a crink in my neck, dude. How many trees do I have right now? 14? That's not bad. I feel like I should have got more trees off these, but whatever, dude. There's still a lot that haven't spawned up yet that I've already planted, so look at this guy. He loves it. He loves it. I gotta keep that dude alive. Confirmed. Gotta keep this dude alive. I'm gonna build the fence out around him. Special, you know? A special little portion over here for his little farm. Because we gotta keep that guy alive. He's too important to us, dude. In fact, I could probably do that right now. What the fuck? No, that's not. Right here. That's where we want to go. Hey bud, I'm gonna fence in your farm if that's cool. That's where it's actually going to go right there. Yeah, I got to fence in that farmer boy because he loves that farm. I can't cut him off from that. But I also want that area to be safe, you know? Like, I need to enclose that area, you know? I need to trap that villager. But he just lives on that little plot of vegetables right there. So I kind of need him to... I need him to chill right there, dude. Just do a couple just for right now. Just so I can get a basic fence around this thing. Just enough to keep him in, you know? Son of a... Come on, bro. What the fuck? Did I just... Yep, I just did. God damn it. Son of a bitch. That's annoying. Damn it. Don't quite have... See, because there he is. He's back in his village. Or back in his farm, dude. He loves his farm. I need more of the, That's so annoying. Looked pretty, but it's not helpful. Okay, we gotta go make some more fences. Takes a lot to, you know, keep a village safe in these horrible, horrible times. Speaking of which, what's your deal, fella? Get McMurdered. I still have quite a bit of that. Okay, so really what I got to do is this part. And then I got to do maybe about that much of that, and okay. Let's just see what we're doing over here. What's this guy? Where's this guy going? What's your deal, fella? You alright? You speaking for the village? We don't like this being trapped thing. Yeah, well, you can relax, alright? You'll love it when you're safe. Okay? So really, you're pissed off about this new thing you're doing where you're blocking everybody in. Yeah. Well. Cool. Now the rest of them, let's focus back on what we were doing. Making the full walls. Hey, bud. How you living? You good? Alright. And this side's for the most part done with the fence. Pretty much. We got an opening here to get out. Oh, this side has to get. See, I'm gonna have to chop so many more Akai trees. Like, I've only done half of it. The other side still needs to be filled in. The back needs to be filled in. The front needs to be filled in. Ugh. So many, bro. I'm gonna have to murk so many trees, dude. But when this is done, it's gonna look super cool. There's that. Imagine I wanted to do this with iron. I like the insides, the gate parts, the graded parts. I want to do with iron. Imagine that, dude. God, the amount I'd have to resource for that. Super Y has the right idea. He just did cactus on his village. He just put cactuses around the outside, and they grew themselves up to wall height. You know, like that's the smart way to do it, probably. But he's out in the sand, man. He's got cactuses on surplus, dude. Like, I'm out here having to kill trees, bro. Kitty. Hey, bud. How's it going? Yeah, we're trapping you. Just in case you were wondering. They're very inquisitive. They're like, what is he doing? Well, I'm trapping you. That's what I'm doing. I'm putting you in a cage, basically, is what's happening here, bud. In case that wasn't clear. We're putting you in a fucking cage, bud. For your own good. Until, of course, boom booms end up inside your village, and then a little bit of a problem happens then. That'll be a little bit tricky. What was that, sir? Yeah, you better keep your fucking head on a swivel, guy. You're the first one I'm gonna punch the lights out on. Keep talking that way to me, dude. See what happens. Promise you I'm not the guy. I promise you I'm not the guy, sir. Alright? This is a safety precaution for your benefit, okay? Stop giving me the eyes, bro. Yep, I've got to murder the forest like 4 more times to get the other side. I mean, technically the sides are all clean. They're all good. Technically it's tall enough that like it keeps, you know, even just one high will keep things out. But I just want it to look right. In order for it to look correct, it's got to be full, you know. It's got to be all the way up to the for it to look cool. Then once that's done, I'll be filling in most of this dirt, getting it more flat, you know, taking some of this part off. Probably killing this little farm they have right here, to be honest with you. Probably murking this little piece of farm right here. Flattening it down a little bit to this level, at least. If not, all the way down to this level. And then making some really nice, big, open, you know, farm type areas, dude, in this town. That's the plan. It's a farming village, for sure. These guys are all farmers. To a man, they're all farmers, pretty much. What's this trader just fell in a hole? You alright there, bud? I want to do a little bit of work on this front gate. I need to close this up a little bit. Put another pillar right here, probably. Put a little fence in that bad boy. I've already got so much seeds. I might give them the seeds. Maybe they'll do something with them. If I give the villagers seeds, will they do something with these seeds? Hi, Thunder, on my way. What's up, Ty? How's it going, buddy? They will, right? The villager will fuck around with the seeds if I give them to him. You'd think, right? No? Yes? No? Maybe so? Son of a bitch, hate that. Lawrence Wong is sleeping in a bed. Alright. Morning, Ty, or afternoon, or whatever. Ugh, I woke up at like noon, so it's not really morning, but kind of morning. Yeah, I'm doing a little bit. Okay, now I got my big boy Red Bull now. I got my 2 little ones already knocked down. I already killed those 2 little ones. Now I got a big fella. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit done, man. I've been able to adequately trough off my village pretty good. Fenced them in for the most part. There's still an opening at the front here that I haven't really fenced off yet, but yeah, for the most part. To really see what I've been getting into, I got to go up on the mountain. I need to make this a better. I need to make this a better path up to the top of the mountain. You know, I need to make it a cleaner stairway. Because eventually this is where I build up on top of this thing. But yeah, if you get up here, you can see that I've been fencing off the village a little bit. I'm eventually gonna completely fence it off, trap them in there, and then I'm going to do some some long strip farming in there. Really make them, give them a clear-cut place to work. I've also eventually got to turn that just into an outpost and this into a build up here. I want to build something cool up on top of this mountain that overlooks the village, you know, out a window or something. But yeah, slow and steady wins the race on this one. Just been doing a little bit of that. I've also been underground a bit. I got a little bit of a sheep mine going down underneath, not a strip, but rather a sheep mine, because I'm off strip mining, dude. I just process out an area hard, like just all the way open sheep mining. That's what I've really been doing. That's what I want to do. The above ground fencing off the village stuff, like, it's important, but it's also kind of tedious with all the trees. It's not as fun. Down here, on the other hand, I just sheep mine out everything, just completely resource it out. Because while I'm really in it for the irons and the golds and the, you know, diamonds and the like, I can use the stone, you know? The cobbles and the like, I could use that too, so when it comes time to build up on the mountain, I'll want to have all these resources. So there's like so many benefits to getting underground and getting all the, while straight line one block strip mining is fine. You get a lot done that way. Find a lot of stuff that way for sure. Sheep mining, like, I want all the resources down here, not just the ones that are shiny, you know? Like, I'll find things to do with cobble, or with, you know, what do you call this? Gravel. I can find things to do with gravel, even. So for my money, I'm all about just the sheep mine, dude. Like, just kill the whole underground. That's more my jam. I love the different kinds of rocks. Coming up with cool and unique ways to use different kinds of rock. Whether it be just this room is going to be this kind of rock, this room is going to be that kind of rock. Like, I love that sort of stuff. Polished stones and whatnot. Like, I love all that crap. So that's the part I find fun. What's good? What's up, ASAP Sleep? What's going on, buddy? What's crapping, my dude? Morning. Happy Sunday. Well, good afternoon. Happy Sunday, dude. Okay. I wanted to leave that water there, but now I'm realizing I probably don't want to. Nice. You made an ice fort? That's dope. Damn it, that's all the pickaxe I had right there. Son of a... Today's the All-Star game. I got Team LeBron. I got Team Giannis, bro. So we'll see who's right at the end of the night. That being said, it's the All-Star game, so none of them are really taking it that seriously. So it's really not as serious as we are right now with our predictions. Okay, so now what I gotta do is go up here and make a fucking pickaxe or two. Did you think Aaron Gordon won the slam dunk sleep? Because I don't think he won it. I think Derrick Jones won that competition. Windmill from the free throw line? Oh, step in. Whatever, dude. Dr. J was a step in. MJ was a step in. Everybody was a step in. Like, nobody actually dunked from behind the free throw line. So, say what you will, but a windmill from the free throw line doesn't get half the shine it should, dude. In my opinion. It got fucking... barely a murmur from the crowd. I'm like, bro, he just jumped from the free throw line and did a windmill. What do you want from people? Meanwhile, Aaron Gordon does like 5 dunks over the top of people. I'm Team Edward. Outdated Twilight reference. All right. Are you really, bro? Because when I was watching them Twilight movies, bro, yeah, I watched all those Twilight movies. Fucking, I was definitely Team Jacob, dude. I mean, they're both completely pussified versions, but still, the werewolves were way doper than the vampires in that movie. At least the werewolves were still fucking people up. You know what I mean? The vampires were like, we don't eat people. Okay, bro. He dunked over Taco. Yeah, did he? Or did Taco go like this? As Aaron Gordon went over him. I'm just not convinced. Plus, Derrick Jones, with the exception of that first dunk he did over Bam, he actually jumped over the people he jumped over. Whereas Aaron Gordon pushed off every single time he grabbed the ball. Except for maybe Taco, but in Taco's case, he did one of these. You can't do one of those and then count it as getting jumped over. You just can't. In my opinion. That's my take anyways. I think all this social media buzz about Aaron Gordon got robbed again. Like, no, he didn't. I don't even think he won that first time when everybody thought he got robbed. Against Levine. Levine had fucking beast dunks in that competition. Like, beast dunks. My take, Aaron Gordon repeats himself a lot in dunk competitions. He did more or less the same dunks he did that first time. He's like, I don't know why I didn't win. Maybe because you did the same fucking dunks you did 2 years ago, guy. You ever think about that? Maybe that's why you didn't win. Yeah, fair enough. Do we know who won the 3-point competition? I didn't even pay attention to it. I know Bam Adebayo won the skills competition, which I didn't think big men could be in that competition, but he won it. So congratulations to him, but I don't know. Who won the 3-point competition? Anybody have any idea? By the way, in case you guys are wondering, it's All-Star Weekend. That's why this is... I don't think anybody doesn't know that that's here. I think for the most part we got some pretty solid basketball fans, and the Thunders are pretty much all at least basketball, if not fans, followers to some degree or another, right? What else to be together? Jacob crushed on a fetus. Ew. True. I'm not saying... Oh, I'm not speaking to that. Yeah, no, absolutely. As far as who gets Bella, Edward all day. I'm just saying who's more badass. The werewolves in the Twilight movies were far more badass than the fucking vampires. The vampires were all half gays. Talking about, not that that's a bad thing. Just, you're not making a judgment. Just saying we're talking about badass. When I think badass, I don't think homosexual. And the vampires in those Twilight movies were damn near gay. We don't need anybody. The bad guy vampires were the only vampires that were actual vampires in those movies. And that's only the first movie. Every other movie, the bad guy vampires were even a little bit like fey as hell. Like, hi. Yeah, I'm just speaking to the badass. I'm not saying Jacob should have got Bella. No. That's anybody that was in that in that camp was a bunch of cucked fays, dude. Sorry that the girl you love loves somebody else in real life, and you mirror that in your love for Jacob and Bella, but like, nah, bro, that relationship doesn't make any sense ever. Never did. Are we talking dinosaurs? I never want to hear another nerd insult. We just nerded out on Twilight. No, dude, I have an opinion about Twilight, bro. I love pop culture, bro. I love pop culture. While I think those movies are hot garbage, I've watched all of them. And the fucking... Because vampire shit and werewolf shit is interesting to me. And they did such a terrible job with the vampires in that. Like, it was embarrassing how bad. But the most popular movies for, like, that whole generation, bro. That was, like, a generational film. The next generation was Hunger Games. Tell me I don't own every Hunger Games movie, dude. Because I do. I didn't fuck with Harry Potter, but I'll fuck with vampires and werewolves. Even the bad versions of vampire and werewolves like Twilight. I'll watch those movies. I've made this clear a dozen times on this channel. I don't go in for hardcore nerd culture, but I definitely go in for pop culture, and I love romantic comedies, dude. And that's what I think Twilight movies are, because they are fucking hilarious in how bad they are. Love a good rom-com, dude. I grew up on musicals. Like, I've never made that a secret. I have never made that a secret, bro. I've been upfront about that with everybody here, dude. So don't act all surprised and... Like, I love that shit, dude. I'm all about that shit. If there's singing in a movie, I'm in, dude. Big time. I have no problem saying I've seen every Twilight movie. I'm not saying I liked any of them. I don't think any of them are good movies. But I've watched every Twilight movie. That's a generational franchise right there. Like, everybody a certain age has seen those films, dude. And while I was never really the age that was supposed to be all hyped about Twilight, I still watched them. I was like, okay, what is this fucking Twilight phenomenon? This is interesting. I've certainly got to put my eyes on this. But yeah, you're right. For me to be like, fuck that, you lose me without outer space and dinosaurs, and then to also have watched all the Twilight movies, it doesn't really make a lot of sense, though, does it? But isn't life just beautifully conflicting like that? I mean, that's just life in general, isn't it? I also put fucking cream cheese on my hot dog buns when I eat a hot dog. So, I do a lot of things that you don't agree with, Paul. And I still reserve the right to say dinosaurs are for dorks and outer space is for nerds. And every time I've said that, I've never once said that that's a bad thing necessarily. That's just something I can't attach myself to at all. All I've ever said is you lose me with that shit. That's all I've ever said. I've never said there's anything wrong with those things. I've just said that I can't get my head around it, and it just doesn't appeal to me at all. I don't fuck with dinosaurs. Like, it doesn't do anything for me. Even those Jurassic Park movies, which everybody, like, that's a generational movie franchise, the Jurassic Park movies. I think I saw the first one. After that, I was like, nah, I'm not even into this. Not even into it at all. Couldn't give a shit. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't care to watch the other Jurassic Park movies either. I was like, dinosaurs? Nah. Just not me. I couldn't give a shit about it. Who the fuck? What's going on? Buddy Hield won the 3-point contest? Did he really? Okay, well, good for him. He's a shooter. I've also never seen any Harry Potter movies. Although I do feel like at some point I should probably watch those films. I bet you I'd really like them. Cream cheese on hot... Yeah. Cream cheese on hot dogs is bomb as fuck. Well, bratwurst. But yeah, what I do is I put cream cheese in the bun itself. Then I put the fucking bratwurst in there. Then it's the mustards and the sauerkraut and everything. Boom. It's fucking bomb, dude. If you've never had it, it'll fucking change your opinion on a bratwurst 100,000 times over. It's not strange, bro. I mean, it's strange, but if you've tried it, you'll be like, oh, fuck. What the hell? It's not just meat. That's how hot dogs are prepared up here. You go to a Seahawks game, there's like every hot dog cart has some version of cream cheese on the bun. Like almost every has, like it's popular up here in the Pacific Northwest. I'm not the only one that does that. I'm just so you guys know. It might be a regional thing. I'll leave room that it's a regional thing, but like that's not uncommon, dude. People put cream cheese on a hot dog bun up here. It's not uncommon. Well, yeah, Nick. Well, Nick and yep, just Nick. No, not just me, bro. I got the first time I swear to God, the first time I fucking was introduced to cream cheese on a hot dog bun was at a fucking hot dog vendor by the fucking what is it called, Quest Stadium or whatever, before a Seahawks game. Like literally, the dude out there had a line around the fucking corner, and my boy Giesel's like, you know why he has a line around the corner, right? Because he fucking cream cheeses the fucking buns of his hot dogs, dude. And everybody lines up for it, dude, because it's unbelievably good, bro. You'd have to try it to have any understanding. It's so good. It's like, oh, of course this makes sense. This makes perfect fucking sense. Once you put it in your face, you're like, oh, of course. Of course you would do this. This is incredible. Bratwurst mostly, though, to be fair. I put it on normal hot dogs, but on a bratwurst, it's like, oh my God, the sauerkraut, cream cheese on the bun, the sauerkraut, the mustard, the bratwurst. Oof. Get out of my life, bro. Are we sure Washington is in America? Bro, you guys are ridiculous. If you haven't tried it, you have no room to talk, dude. If you haven't tried it, then you don't know what you're fucking talking shit about. I'll just put it that way. I'm a very fond of it. Each movie book gets darker than the last because of the reader's matures, so does the story. Interesting. Yeah, dude, I'm not opposed to the idea of Harry Potter. I bet you I really like it. The thing is, there's like 8 movies. That's 16 hours of my life. I have to fucking commit that kind of time. You know? I'd have to commit 16 hours to do the whole thing. I'll fucking read books, too. I'm not opposed to reading the books either, to be fair. Yeah, I can't do outer space. Alien movies, not that interested in. Just not really my bag. Dinosaurs, outer space, miss me with that shit. I can't really get into it. But ironically enough, like sorcery and stuff, that seems cool. Superhero movies obviously are dope. I love that shit. Anything comic books is super fun. Nah, I don't like to do that. I'm a binger. If I were to take on the Harry Potter franchise, I would take it all on in a weekend. I'd burn the entire thing over the course of 2 or 3 days. That's how I would take on Harry Potter if I was inclined to do it. That's just it boils down to I got to find somebody with all the movies, you know? What is? Wait, what's going on? Each Twilight book, the reader becomes more of a teen with sex anxiety. That's not pop culture. That's just soft porn for with furries. What? All right, Sleep likes hood movies and basketball movies. Fair enough. Your Menace to Societies, your Boys in the Hoods, your Above the Rims, those kind of rips. I'm with you. Your Coach Carters, if you will. See, I love teen movies. It's like an artificial, albeit, glimpse into a high school experience I did not have or I did not share. It's like, some people actually had some version of a high school experience similar to these like teen drama movies. I'm like, that's very interesting because that was not my high school experience. So my high school experience was entirely too many drugs, entirely too little class and actual school work. No, like, I lived on the fringe when I was in high school. Hard fringe. As in, like, I went to school, but not really. I showed up at the building, but I didn't really go to school. You know what I mean? So when I watch one of those high school movies, that experience is foreign to me. So it's very much like, interesting. So some people had this kind of a high school experience to some degree. Interesting. Space Jam? Fuck yeah, Space Jam. Dude, people said that Knives Out movie was really, really good, Ty. Like, a lot of people were like, this might be, it's really well written, dialogue driven. Like, that's my kind of jam, dude. That looks very interesting. I want to fuck with that movie too, Ty. Let me know how that is, because honestly, that's been on my list. Not Another Teen Movie is one of my favorite comedies, dude. That movie is so good. No, you're all right, Paul. I like the open discussion. I think it's interesting. Personal experiences color our perspectives, man. That's the beauty of life. Nobody's looking at life the same way. We're all looking at, even if we grew up together, we wouldn't be looking at life the same way. We're all just a little bit from the next guy to the next guy to the next guy. That's kind of the beauty of it, dude. It's a shared experience, but it's also a singular experience as far as, input, what we take in, what we don't take in. In your case, you've never tried something as delicious as cream cheese on a bratwurst. It's a must see. Yeah, that's what I heard. I want to try horror movies, but not, bro. I don't do horror movies. See, I'm like cream cheese on a hot dog for Paul with horror movies. I've watched them before. It just does not. I don't understand. I must have said this too many times, though. You guys are probably already sick of hearing it, but I just don't get the horror movie thing. Oh, it's just so fun to be scared. The adrenaline dump. It's just so exciting and whatever. I don't get anything out of that. That just really makes me uncomfortable. It's like, come on. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like it. I'm not ever been a fan of it. Same with horror games, to be honest. I may be wrong. I'm not a movie producer. Well, that's a take. Season 1, yeah. It's Chucky, Jason, Michael Myers. Only horror movies I've seen. Yeah, I've watched a handful of those old ones as well. Those aren't as much scary as they are like goofy funny to me. You know, like I kind of enjoy those ones only because they're kind of a goofy funny. And they're, at this point, to watch them now, they're so dated that it's like hard for them to still be scary. You know. But it is also kind of fascinating to see what people, what passed for scary back in those days. It's also kind of it's kind of a time capsule. What? Time capsule. I almost started talking. Time capsule. It's almost like a time capsule back into a different time for Simina. For Simina, a different time for Simina. But in that way, it's kind of interesting too. Because, like, you watch one of those old Jason movies, and you're like, these goofy fucks, really? I don't have any vested interest in whether or not these guys survive. But to think that at the time, like, it was the shit. People were like, holy fuck, have you seen that Friday the 13th movie or whatever? The guy with the fucking hockey mask? Oh, my God. And he's killing the people? You know what I mean? How wild that it's, at some point, that was, like, top tier horror. You know what I mean? So much so that it's generational. Like, people still go, oh, those horror movies are the fucking gold standard or whatever, you know? How is Scooby scary? Wait, what? Scooby is scary? Yeah, who said Scooby-Doo is scary? Well, maybe for, like, a toddler. I guess you could make room that a toddler might be a little bit terrified of those movies. Maybe. I don't know. Yo, who's actually getting scared? Yo, who's actually getting scared by Scooby Doo? Wait, hold on. People are getting scared by Scooby Doo. Wait, why are you bringing up Scooby Doo? Are you the one who gets scared by Scooby Doo? So people are scared of Scooby Doo. Isn't that weird? But like low key, secretly, he's scared of the Scooby Doo movies. ASAP, are you low key, secretly scared of the Scooby Doo movies? You just wanted to see if there's anybody else that were you just trying to feel out the room? Is that what was going on? Yeah. So I don't know why people think those Scooby Doo movies are hard to watch because they're super scary or whatever, right, guys? But low key, secretly, you're. Wait, are you low key, secretly scared of Scooby Doo movies? Be real. Don't bullshit. The zombie movie really scared me. Which zombie movie? Those Scooby Doo movies are pretty frightening, aren't they, guys? I mean, am I right? Next time. Those. Oh shit. Okay. So those zombie movies are something else, huh? Gosh. Those Scooby Doo rips. Now I think Nick is feeling out the rip. Nah, bro, I'll tell you. Sarah Michelle Gellar, yeah, you got a thing for Buffy, huh? I guess I could see that. Fucking Buffy, bro. All day long, Buffy, dude. Come on. What? Sarah Michelle. Dude, I like the other one, the fucking snotty bitch on that Buffy the Vampire Slayer show. You know, the one that was like the mean girl or whatever? Woo! I fucks with that one, dude. Hard. Was never really big into Buffy, to be fair. I mean, I watched the show. Definitely watched the show. High school drama, dude. Meets vampires. It was a great show. I didn't religiously watch it, but I think I watched the first few seasons and then would catch up on reruns sometimes in the afternoons later on in life, you know? Bro, the Scooby-Doo movies are hella sexual. Are they really? Christina Carpenter, Charisma Carpenter. There you go. That's her name. Thank you, Ty. I knew Ty would have that for me. I'm waiting for Ty. Ty's going to have the answer to that any second now. Yeah, Charisma Carpenter is fucking a weakness of mine. She might be my kryptonite, dude. Definitely a weakness of mine. I'll be honest and upfront about it. In fact, she did a B movie where she got naked, like woo woo, and I was like, okay, I gotta at least rent this movie. I was like, I gotta at least rent this movie. I found it on Mr. Skins or whatever, and I was like, okay, I gotta at least rent this movie where she gets woohoo, just because I was like, the childhood me needs to see this. I was like justifying it in my head. I'm like, okay, I gotta at the very least rent this movie or something. I mean, truth be told, I could have just found it on the internet, I suppose. But yeah, I literally rented the movie. I was like, fast forward. Didn't give a fuck about the movie. I was like, let me look at the goodies. I had to see the goodies. The 14, 13, 15-year-old me needed to see those goodies. You know what I mean? I had to see them, dude. I was probably in my 30s at the time. I was like, this is gross, but like, I gotta do it. I gotta be this guy. I won't be able to live with myself if I don't. I was like, I won't be able to live with myself if I don't. I need to see Charisma Carpenter's goodies. And to be honest, she's like 40-something, late 40s probably when she did this film. Still fantastic. Everything's where it's supposed to be. Good shape, you know? I don't know what the movie was about. Nor do I even remember the name of it, to be fair, but... For me, it was a must-see. Had to do it. It's like some sort of a detective thing. Did she kill the guy? Did she not kill the guy? Kind of a movie or something. Yeah, true. Well, not the naked parts, but yeah, Pornhub probably has it on there, I'd imagine, if you type your name in. You can find it, is my point. But when I was looking for it, it was mid 30s, so, you know, I wasn't as deeply entrenched in this, you know, internet life like I am now. But yeah, now I would just Pornhub that shit, not spend a cent. I think I rented the movie, though, like on my cable or whatever, for like $4. So I was like, I'll spend $4. I need to see those goodies. Yeah, but for my money, in that lane, the vampire lane, I was more of an Angel fan than I was of a Buffy fan, dude. Like, I have all the seasons of Angel on DVD. I really, again, Charisma Carpenter followed David Boreanaz, or whatever the fuck his name is, over to that show. It was like the spin-off of Buffy. I don't know if you guys ever fucked with it. It was pretty good. It was a lot funnier, took itself less seriously. Although Buffy was trying to be funny, it wasn't nearly as funny as... But anyways, I fucked with that show hard. Mostly for Charisma Carpenter, but then also... It was just better. There's less girl power in that one, you know? More like vampire dude, vampire detective essentially was the show. It's like, I'm a vampire and I'm going to be a detective as well, kind of a vibe. Ensemble cast, end of the world type shit. It was good. I liked it. Like I said, have all the seasons on DVD, dude. The Wolf of Wall Street, all-time fave. Yeah, that's a fucking great film. I have that movie on DVD. I feel like I'm like legitimately shaking right now. I've had a lot of caffeine. Well slept, like I slept well, and I've got a ton of caffeine in my system. I'm like actually shaking. Like my hand is actually shaking a little bit. Like I've had a lot of caffeine today. Yeah, what I liked about Angel is once they got to the first season was a little bit but like once they got to the hotel where they had the hotel and everybody kind of just, you know, it was like a full on Angel investigations thing. Once they got the hotel and it became an ensemble thing with the black guy and the you know, the little skinny white girl and everything, and then the demon guy. Like once it became like an ensemble cast and everybody was like in every episode, it got way better, dude. I really liked that show. It started out a little too much like, you know, Vampire Detective. It was good, but it wasn't great. It wasn't great until they all kind of grouped up. And it became kind of an, like I said, kind of an ensemble cast kind of a vibe by like midway through probably by the end of the first season, they'd figured it out. And then at the start of that second season, it was like, okay, now the show's really found its rhythm and we're doing our thing. It became very Joss Whedon, you know? Family Guy, man. Yeah, Family Guy. I have all the seasons of that on DVD as well. And also all three of the Star Wars movies, which I think might be some of the best stuff he's ever done. Seth MacFarlane, I mean, the creator. My biological brother is a producer. Is he really? That's dope. What does he produce, dude? Which guy? Seth MacFarlane? Or David Boreanaz? Reactor, watch it on YouTube. He just finished episode 1. I'll watch through him. I'm watching a Reactor watch it on YouTube. Watch what on YouTube? Wait, what? What is Ty talking? Wait, Ty's talking about something different. Oh, wait, you're watching somebody react to her nudie scenes? Are you still on the nudie scene thing, Ty? Really? I think so, yeah. was involved in the Three Stooges remake. Okay, cool. Next time you see him, can you punch him in the face? No, I'm just joking. That Three Stooges was as good as it could have been. But God, I got really bent a little bit about that. I was like, let's not remake the Three Stooges. No. I was like, please don't. I don't want to. Please, let's not. Three Stooges is so much. It's so much of my childhood that like I held that so dear and so close. I was like, I don't want that. To be fair, I haven't watched it. I need to watch that movie still. But like, just re-release the old Stooges. It holds up. Like, you don't need to remake it. If you want Stooges out there in the world, the world needs to be introduced to Stooges. Well, then re-release the old stuff. It still plays. It's still hilarious. You know. I love Will Sasso. I like the people involved in that movie. Like, but God, that really bothered me a little bit. I'll be honest. If I'm being completely honest about it, like the fact that they remade the Stooges like that, like they were doing like the new Stooges thing. Like, I don't know. It bugged me. Right on, right. Yeah, no. Listen, I get it. I get doing a Stooges movie, dude. Like that's, and I'm certain he went into it with all the right, you know what I mean? Like, coming from the right place. Like he loved the Stooges. He wanted to be a part of something like that. I get it, but for me, it's like, dude, I don't know. For me, Stooges are sacred, I guess. Like I just, as good of an impression as I'm sure they all did. Sasso is incredible. He's a physical comedy wise. Sasso is a genius, you know. So like, I feel like they probably had the right people in mind. But I felt like you did. But Stooges movie was really was it really? Okay, I gotta check it out. I've been not watching it on purpose because I'm like, nah, fuck that. Stooges are the Stooges. For me, it's like, dude, just re-release actual Stooges movies, dude. I have a fuck ton of them on DVD, like box sets and stuff, like most everything they've put on film, and then just 8 hours of DVDs of like the television shows and stuff that my grandpa had recorded for us kids, because that was like one of the only things my mom would let in the house was Stooges and Looney Tunes, which really, those two just informed the shit out of my childhood, because living in a house with a hyper religious mom, like she didn't allow television, she didn't allow like normal movies. I didn't grow up with the kind of stuff that most kids my age grew up with, you know, like, oh, we have cable television with 300 channels and we just can watch whatever we want. My parents don't care. I didn't grow up in that house. My mom made sure like any form of television, any form of screen was in view of her, and she made sure exactly what we were watching and looked over our shoulders and like, that's not allowed. Nope, he said a bad word, turn that off. Like that was my whole life, was just being fucking full on like prisoner in my own home type shit. To her religious doctrines and her fucking bullshit beliefs. So those tapes my grandpa would make of Stooges and Looney Tunes and like the things that my mom would allow in the house. Grandpa was like the fucking contraband. He'd come by every couple of weeks to see us, you know. He'd play his guitar and he'd slide us a fresh VHS tape. Here's the new hotness. We'd be like, oh, it was like fucking Christmas every couple of weeks. Like, oh my God, more new Stooges, little Abbott and Costello, little fucking Laurel and Hardy, some Looney Tunes, some Pink Panther cartoons, like that sort of shit. What's on this one, Grandpa? Oh, this one's good, guys. This one has Pink Panther. It has this. It has that. It was like, I can't even tell you. It was like manna from heaven, dude. Like, oh my God, real, like actual television. Not the 3 Christian movies my mom let us watch. Not fucking the PBS channel that showed like Sesame Street when I'm fucking 13. Do you know what I mean? Like, okay, Mom, can we watch something that's actually tangible, something that's actually real, something that mirrors the lives we live away from this house when we're not under your fucking thumb for like 5 minutes, Mom? But never were we allowed any of that stuff. So I can't even tell you how cherished Three Stooges were. Abbott and Costello, Laurel and Hardy, Looney Tunes, Pink Panther cartoons, Garfield cartoons. Remember the Garfield cartoons from back in the day? The animated ones? Oh my God. I can't tell you how high of a regard I have for those things. They were the only thing that kept me sane as a child. You have no idea. So the idea that someone's like, we can make a little money off the Stooges, like, oh, you fucking. The only reason I didn't slit my own fucking wrists. You want to go ahead and fucking. I don't know. I just leave them alone. As is, they're perfect. You think as a fucking 8 or 10 year old I could relate to 90% of the like references in Three Stooges? No, I definitely couldn't. But it's the Stooges. You can still, it's still perfect. All the social commentary and stuff they have in the actual language and the words and the lines in those movies slash television shows. I didn't get any of those references. Still laughed my dick off. It still was the best part of my week, my month, depending on how often he came by. Anyways, that was a fucking monologue and a half, but that's like a small peek into my life. It's no wonder I'm 40 years old, still playing video games like a little kid, huh? It's no wonder when I finally moved out on my own and it was making my own money, the only thing I prioritized was video games and movies. Catching up. I've been behind. I've been 20 years behind my whole life as far as movie references and television references and video game references. Bro, I binge on those sorts of things now. That's like the most important thing. I value nothing more than my free time, my freedom of expression and individuality, and my tastes and the things I'm interested in, and chasing my whimsy and living in a world full of fun and happiness and entertainment. These things have such a high fucking value to me now, like more so than ever before. And it's all informed by personal experiences, like everything is. You're not getting the same thing out of a movie that I'm getting. So much value, dude. That probably makes a lot more sense to you guys now. The whole like, don't tell me what to do. Yeah, I do not want a finger in my face. I do not want to be told what to do or be restricted in any way. I do not. I have a whole childhood of that. Don't tell me what to do. Music, same thing. I have no musical references. I don't understand any musical references. Music was not allowed in my house. Again, we had Elvis Presley, and like my mom loves Elvis, so Elvis was always allowed. Elvis Presley, like 4 or 5 Jesus Loves You type religious albums that we were allowed to play, and that's it. We weren't even allowed radios. But the alarm clock, Mom, for school, my alarm clock for school has a radio on it. I don't want to hear that radio. That's the devil's music. That type of shit. There's a whole different thing. So yeah, my musical references are circa like 99, basically. Anything before that, you lose me. What's up, Lennon? I did most of my learning without choice in the get. Yeah, you feel me, Paul. You get it. But say what you will. Like, listen, I don't hold any grudge. There's a long time where I was like, fuck my childhood and fuck my mom for her choices, religious choices, and otherwise. I'm past all that now as an adult. I mean, not past it, but like I've made my peace with that. She was just trying to protect us. She was doing the best she could. She really was deeply concerned that we were going to turn out all poisoned and weird by society and everything else. Like, she was really, it came from a place of love. It wasn't like she was on purpose trying to fuck her childhood up. You know what I mean? So, like, on that level, like, there's no hate there. It's all love. But it took a long time to get to that place. But, like, we're good. But just know that, like, those standard, typical childhood experiences that most people have, I don't have very many of those. I can't tell you. My mom used to have a list. I'm going to spend the night at so-and-so's house. My mom used to show up at the house to drop me off. She'd go in. She'd walk in there. She'd have a list of things she'd have to go over with the parents for like 30 minutes. She'd sit down with the parents for 30 minutes. Okay, he's not allowed this. Oh, sugary cereals? No sugary cereals. Do you have cable television? Okay, my son can't watch the cable television. He needs to be at bed at this time. He needs this, this, and this. Like, she had a whole list. Like, you guys get to be, oh, you want my son to stay the night at your house? Guess what? You get to be Amish for the whole night. Can't tell you how many parents were like, yeah, no, we're not doing that. to not be poisoned by society. Fair enough. No sugary cereals. She's like, do you have any cereals made by this person, this person, this brand, this brand? General Mills? Do you have General Mills cereals? Okay, my son doesn't eat General Mills cereals. I'm like, no, it's fine. I'll eat. No, my son doesn't eat sugary cereals. My son doesn't. We don't support that company and their cereals, so he can't have that kind of cereal, and he can't do that. Like basically the mom from Waterboy. Everything was the devil. Cartoons. Oh no, he's not allowed to watch those kinds of cartoons. He-Man, not allowed. The Smurfs, no, Smurfs are little blue demons. He's not allowed to watch the Smurfs. Like, what are you talking about? It's a cartoon. It's ridiculous. Cornflakes, yeah, cornflakes were fine. They didn't have any sugar on them. Although most people bought like the normal cornflakes, like the Kellogg. Was cornflakes Kellogg's, or was it General Mills? Because if it's General Mills, no, we're not allowed. She had some hard on against General Mills. It was a whole thing, dude. It was exhausting. I can't even tell you. It was legit exhausting. No He-Man? Oh, fuck that. Them's fighting words. That's what I'm saying, bro. I bet you I would have really... Well, the thing is, he called on the power of Grayskull. And she's like... That's like summoning demons. He summons demons. When he calls in the... That's a demonic possession. When he calls in the power of Grayskull. I'm like, what? No, Mom. It's make-believe. It's a fucking make-believe superhero who has magic power. Magic is demonic. It's demonic possession. It's demonic possession. It's demonic possession, dude. Oh, bro, that dude. I love that movie. That He-Man movie with Dolph Lundgren. I love that movie. I watched that much too late, but I was still like, oh, this is the best movie ever. I watched it way later than I should have probably, but I still loved that film, dude. That movie was legit, dude. Legit. I'm Hispanic. I feel you. Yeah, you in that boat, Lennon? Ugh. It's terrible, brother. Sorry to hear that, dude. No one's saying we should run wild like wolves in the streets, but like, you hold your kids too tight, you fuck them up. I'm of the opinion that if you hold your kids too tight, there's a real potential to fuck them up. I am of that belief. I stand by that, bro. I live that. Like I literally live that. So there's real potential to fuck your kids up if you squeeze too tight. You know? Dude, yeah, that Dolph Lundgren rip with Courtney Cox and shit. Courtney Cox is in that, right? Yeah, yeah. And then that bald dude that was in every movie that was back in those days. The tough guy cop. He was. Oh man, I love that film, dude. That movie was so good. He-Man, Masters of the Universe, dude. And this is the thing, guys. While all that was happening in my house, I'm a 004, baby. Oh, there you go. I don't know what that means necessarily, but while all that's going on in my house, me, my brother Greg, and my brother Phil are literally sneaking next door to Jason and Andrew's house. I always tell people I have 6 brothers. I technically have 2 blood brothers and 4 street brothers, if that makes any sense. Because while all this nonsense is happening, the right cereals and wear the certain clothes, that brand of clothes, they give money to abortion clinics. We can't support Levi's jeans. We can't have them. While all that shit's going on, I'm sneaking next door to Jason and Andrew's house. I'm sneaking across the street to Dirt and Josh's house. And they're doing their best in those short periods of time, those little bits of time, 2 or 3 hours after school on certain days when mom wasn't paying attention. They would do their best to keep me up to speed on what the fuck was going on in the actual world. You know what I mean? Like the weird Amish kids next door, we got to help them. So we go over to Dirt and Josh's house and we'd have some fucking sugary cereal. We'd watch a little cable television. Terry and Lori, to their credit, were like, fuck all that noise. Fuck your parents across the street with that nonsense. Here, come have some Frosted Flakes. Yeah. There's a television downstairs. Guys, feel free to watch whatever you want. Beavis and Butthead, fucking, all the good shit. All the good shit from my generation. So Josh and Dirt across the street would make sure we got our fair share of fucking pop culture over there. Jason and Andrew next door. Kim and Jeff, their parents, were like, yeah. Sure, yeah. Oh, no, yeah, we'll make sure that no cable television's on when your kids are over here. Okay. Fuck off with that noise. It was really like a It Takes a Village type of a vibe. So when my brother Dirt comes over here and he's fucking rob, that's my brother. He's my literal family. Because without him and his brother Josh, and without Jason and Andrew next door, I would be the most twisted up, fucked up little Amish kid you'd ever meet. Like, I would have had such a hard time in life without those four. Because they saved us. They literally saved me and my two brothers so much. Like, there was definitely a village vibe. It takes a village. Mom and Dad never paid for fucking fireworks on the 4th of July. It's not like that anymore, but it used to be like that. So annoying. Yeah, it's tough, brother. 4th of July, we don't fucking burn money in this household, my dad used to say. Which was more of like a being cheap thing than it was being like, we don't want you to have any fun. But, dude, Dirt and Josh's dad used to blow it out for the 4th. Fucking Jason and Andrew's dad used to blow it out for the 4th. Would be. Oh, I see what you did there, Paul. You son of a bitch. But yeah, they're family. That's how you. That's family. They didn't have. They had no vested interest. You know what I mean? Like Lori and Terry next door, or across the street, and Jason or Jeff and Kim next door. They had no vested interest in us. They had their own kids to raise. But at the same time, they're like, wow, yeah, here, have some fucking sugary cereal. Like, watch a little cable television. You're good. Like, so you're like, okay, Gwen and Neil, relax with whatever that is you're doing over there. You're fucking your kids up. Here, come on, yeah, get over here. Big bowl of cereal. Like, on purpose would be like, yeah. Oh, we got an extra box of cereal. Yeah, you're more than welcome. Just, yeah, the biggest bowl goes to Nick, or the biggest bowl goes to Greg or Phil. You know what I mean? Like, the biggest bowl of cereal. Like, let's get some sugar in these kids. What the fuck are you doing? You know what I mean? So for all the, like, I grew up Amish shit, like, at the same time, there's this Battle Royale game called Cuisine Royale. It's free. Yeah, I'm aware of Cuisine Royale. I fucked with that the other, like, a few weeks ago. I was playing with that a little bit. It's fun, right? It's not bad. It has a battle pack and all that shit. It's not technically free, if we're being honest. But yeah, I don't know how that whole conversation just started. But that's where we're at, bro. That's why when my brother Dirt comes over and he's fucking throws 100 fucking, and I'm like trying to stream and I'm like, okay, and I can't. It's like, I gotta indulge that. I love that dude, like family. Like from 5 years old, he saved me. You know what I mean? Him and his family saved me. If Dewey or Jason ever came over here, same thing would apply. It'd be like either stream's over or they would have my complete and utter attention. Because that's family, dude. Like, that's the family you choose. You know what I mean? Not the family you're born into. I'm not sure which has more value. Well, we're not forced to buy that. No, I know, Lennon. I know, buddy. But, they do seem to really throw it in your face, though, at the same time. Cuisine Royale is fun enough, I guess. I'm just not sure it has the player base, though, you know? And plus, I've made my peace with not being good at shooters. Like, I'm not good enough at shooters for those to be that much fun for me, you know, at the same time. To be fair. That's also part of it, is just, you know. What the fuck is there must be a piece of wood in here. This one's not going, oh, there it is. Give me that, thank you. That's gonna go away now. But yeah, I do want to watch the Harry Potter movies at some point. Hey, I hit some shots, dude. I can hit some shots in 2K now with that shooter build. But yeah, you're right. I'm not really they don't call me Thunderbrick because I'm out here splashing. It's not like when they call the big guy Tiny. I just didn't come up. I didn't come up with shooters, man. I just didn't. Closest I ever got is Dirt used to play Doom. Bye, Nick. Gotta go. Have a great day. Hey, you too, Lennon. Have a good day, bud. Closest I ever got when I was growing up was like Doom. Dirt had Doom at his house, but it was like landline shit, and it was just Dirt would play against this guy named a friend of his dad's named Dean, who also had like the landline hooked up or whatever, and they'd play one-on-one Doom matchups, and I would watch Dirt play that all day. Dirt's very good at shooters, or at least used to be. I don't know how good he is now. He's probably his skills have been dormant a while, but like I guess GoldenEye. We played some GoldenEye on the 64 a little bit. Never at my house. Mom wouldn't let those kind of violent games happen, but Dewey was really good with the video games. My youngest brother Dewey, Andrew, and we used to all hang out in Jason and Andrew's basement next door and play like GoldenEye. You know, couch co-op, 4 people would play some GoldenEye if we could get 4 together. But then I didn't play that much. I was never really that good at it, so I didn't play that much. Next time I'm trying to think of video games. Like, we played a lot of co-op video games, but it was mostly like Mario Kart was a big one for us. The pro wrestling games, those THQ ones on the 64, like all the NWO, WCW Revenge type, 4-person. Like it was not that it wasn't shooting games that often for us. It was like all the other kind of co-op games, racing ones, and like a lot of pro wrestling ones in our neighborhood were really popular. Trying to think, maybe a little Halo. I played a little bit of Halo, like on the first Xbox when you could landline that up. We'd have people come over to my apartment and like everybody bring a television and their Xbox, and we'd LAN up and do like 2 or 3 consoles full of people in my small 1-bedroom apartment, dude. Those were like we'd spend the weekend just beating the shit out of each other at Halo. But I was again never very good at Halo. I just was hosting. I was the first one to have my own apartment, so everybody was like, "Hey, can we do a LAN party at your house?" Yeah, you can do a LAN party at my house, bro. That just mean when everybody left at the end of the weekend, I had a few half cases of beer in my fridge and maybe a couple nachos, some queso. Like the leftovers, I keep all leftovers. Nobody takes leftovers with them. If you bring it over here, you leave it in the fridge. So like it wasn't even about playing Halo at that point. It was just about like getting a fridge full of fucking food for free. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'll host and get all the free food that's left over after the event ends. After the weekend's over, and I don't have to buy that food. I've just never been into shooters really. Okay, entire temple walled off and lit up. No more accidents. Nice. All right. I've watched a lot of COD. I know that. I used to follow the Optic Gaming pretty closely for a while there. Back when they were just a bunch of stoner kids on YouTube doing vlogs and shit. I followed COD a lot when Dirt lived with me because Dirt was like he was an admitted camper, but would play for like 10 or 12 hours a day. Just sit there and grind away at it. Just waiting on his corners and his hot spots. Just clipping kids in pub matches and stuff. But yeah, I never really. I can't think of a shooter. Well, I'm Borderlands, but that's like against the computer. You know what I mean? You don't play against real people in that. You just play against the computer, which is like you play with real people against the computer, which is the kind of shooting I like. I'm trying to think of like a shooter that I actually got into. I don't think there. I mean, Battlefield 1 a little bit when Ty and John and everybody were playing it. I would play that a bit. But yeah, I've never really been into shooters, dude. We had some good times on Battlefield 1 though, man. It's a shame. The Battlefield kind of fell off after that game. Because that game was really fun, dude. I remember squadding up with the boys and just fucking holding hallway on ballroom and just busting people up. That was fun. That was a good time. Back in the day, dude. Yeah, it'd be such. I mean, I'm already a weirdo, but can you imagine how much of a weirdo I'd be without Dirt and Josh or Jason and Andrew next door, like to help like balance out the whole like weird Amish kid vibe. That was unintentional vibe I was throwing out there. Like I can't even imagine, dude. That being said, growing up that way without any of those normal like childhood things, I don't need those things. Do you know what I mean? I'm very comfortable without those things. At the same time, so there's a superpower to it as well. Like I didn't grow up with fucking uh, cable television. I didn't grow up with I don't know. I'm trying to think of other things like the nice clothes, the cool boy clothes, and the whatever the fuck. Like my whole life was hand me downs and whatever my brother Greg didn't want, like hand me downs and whatever mom could find for cheap. Like we were not fashionable in my family. Like that was not. It was never a thing. So it has no value to me. That whole thing, like the name brand clothes and the whatever the fuck, it has zero value to me. Still has zero value to me. It doesn't mean anything. A whole childhood of like I don't know if people. I can't really remember people at school taking the piss out of me for my clothes. I know that was a thing that happened to people, but in our neighborhood, we just all rode in together like 7 strong, just like all of us wearing the same bum ass fucking not cool clothes or whatever. Like we were just like whatever, bro. It was also the grunge era, dude. The period of time we came up in was really fortunate to that end because like everybody was trying to find discount clothes at the fucking Valley Village. You know what I mean? Like everybody was trying to find that 40-year-old shirt they could still rock because that was like the literal look. That was the whole Nirvana thing, like the grunge look. Looked like you were wearing dirty clothes. It really helped a lot of us, I think, because we're like, yeah, I don't have money for the clean clothes, so I don't have money for the cool clothes, so fuck it. We're gonna lean into this whole grunge thing and be the, flannel and dirty white shirt and fucking torn jeans. Not because we bought them with tears, but because we've literally been wearing these same jeans for 4 years and they're torn up a little bit. I think that whole thing kind of worked for us. Now that I think about it. That was pretty helpful. that whole Nirvana thing was really fucking helpful, dude. I wonder if that's still a thing. People getting the piss taken out of them for their clothes. Is that still a thing in school? I'm so far removed now. I wonder if that's even people even give a shit about that anymore. I really wonder. Man, oh man. I'm gonna have to kill so many more trees still. Jesus. Let's replant while we have a second here. You better get inside there, fuckface. What are you doing? You better get inside. Actually, I can't trade with him, so I don't care if he dies. I hope you die, honestly. Hope you die in a fire. Yep. Alrighty then, let's do this. I gotta figure out what I'm putting this eyeball. I don't know what to do with this eyeball, to be honest with you. Turn green if you put water next to it. I mean, I think it goes green if it's attached to other dirt. Are you just trying to put a piece of dirt, like out in the middle of some sand? I think you have to attach dirt to other dirt. You know what I mean? I think that's the rule, isn't it? Like it has to be in some way attached to other dirt for it to eventually go green. I could be wrong on that. I thought that was the rule though. Like it has to be attached to something, you know? Well, I mean, you could. You just got to run like a piece of dirt, like literally one block of dirt from whatever grass you have. Like you have to run that out to your, build. Even if you cover it over with sand so it doesn't look like you've done it. I think you could. It's annoying, but I think that's the rule. I'm not sure. I that's what I had heard. I don't know where I heard it from though. I don't know how reliable the source is, but maybe you can do it with water. I don't know. Pretty sure though you have to like connect it to dirt that's already greening. You know what I mean? Pretty sure. About 90% sure on that. Yeah, 78% sure on that. 78% sure that's how that's supposed to go. I think. I don't know though. I'm not super confident. Yeah, like grass grows next to grass, dude. Still doable, though. It is actually doable. And it's bragging rights for days once you have like a beautiful lawn out there in the middle of the desert. That's going to be bragging rights for days. Really, all you need is a fucking silk touch. You can take a silk touch shovel and take one grassy cube from somewhere. I mean, easier said than done at this early stage to have a silk touch shovel of all things. But I mean, if you had one, technically all you need is one block of grass to start your whole lawn. You know what I mean? Technically. But again, easier said than done. But I wonder if I know anybody that has all the Harry Potter movies. I can't stop thinking about that now. Like, I bet you I would like Harry Potter. I should fucking see if I know anybody with all the Harry Potter movies. I wonder if Rue has all of them. You have a Silk Touch book? Yeah, but to waste it on a shovel, though? I mean, I guess there's worse things to waste it on. But, like, to waste a Silk Touch book on a shovel seems like... Wouldn't you want it on a pickaxe? I'm not sure. I think I'd want it on a shovel, to be honest. But yeah, he could give you the fucking grass starter then, right? You could give him a grass starter then. If you had it on a shovel. Yeah, I think a pickaxe is the jam. Most people would. I'd put on a shovel personally. But that's because I'm dumb. I don't know why you would want it on a pickaxe. Yeah, running the dirt's a cool little project too, kind of, to be honest. You know, as far as like interesting little projects, that's a tricky one. That's kind of a fun one, dude. I shall build hanging gardens of Babylon. Okay. Not sure that's how you spell. Not sure that's how you spell Babylon, but I like what you did there. Not to be all fucking grammar police and spelling police or whatever, but don't think that's how you. Can I join in phone? Jesus, you probably could. Yeah, it's possible. I'm not sure I want you to, though. I'll be honest. I don't know you, bud. Just letting random people join? That doesn't seem like a good idea to me. I hope you can understand. Diamond blocks with Fortune 3 means more diamonds. So what you're saying, you want the Silk Touch to grab diamonds to set aside for later when you have the Fortune? Is that what you're saying? I guess that makes sense. But once you have the Fortune, can't you just? Oh, I get what you're doing. What you're saying. You're gonna put the blocks aside. Why not? M11, and you're out of here. There we go. I just don't like how that started. He's gone. Nope. I can just already tell that's not going my way. That's not going the way. You want to jump in on your phone, which means I've got to invite you every time. When I explain to you that that's not really something I want to do, especially with a random person I don't know, you say, "Why not?" And then follow that up with, "I'm 11." You're gone. Maybe that's just how I'm reading it, but that didn't feel like something I want to invest any time in. He's out of here. Maybe that was hasty, but it only took 3 comments. I was like, yeah, nah, bye. Yeah, nah. I just do better next time. That's I don't know. You get a sense for that shit now. I've got a pretty good sense for that now. I've been on this YouTube thing for a while. Like I get a pretty good sense. It only takes about 3 comments for me to realize you're going to be annoying, and that was going to be annoying. There's no part of that wasn't going to be annoying. So he gone. I wish him the best with the next person he tries to jump in on, though. He wasn't not polite or anything. It just I had a sense about that one. Nice. Super I just found some diamonds. Hype. I need to see what's going on in GTA here in a second. Let's get to that point. Bro, I do not think there's controversy. I guess Jones Jr. is challenging Gordon to a dunk contest rematch. Like, Gordon's already said he's done with the dunk contest. He says, oh, I should have won 2. No, you lost 2. Because you weren't good enough. What you're talking about? Aaron Gordon didn't win either of the dunk contests he thinks he won. Oh, AJ Hunter? No, I don't want to watch that. He's playing his cop. I don't want to see his cop character. Next stream. Okay, with these commercials. Come on, bro. Coffee commercials are the literal worst. Oh, there we go. Dang, Woodchuck, stop chucking that wood. I love those woodchuck commercials that Geico's doing right now, by the way. Yeah, he should get mad that he's in Orlando still and fucking mired in mediocrity. That should get him upset. Although, is Orlando in the playoffs this year? Maybe they're in the playoffs. I don't even know. Is Orlando doing terrible this year or good? I don't even know. I'm so lost with that team.
Jam my cock down her mouth. You know, I don't complain. I don't say things. I don't say upsetting things, Mel.
Yeah, usually she's talking normally, but when that happens, she starts laughing because of the fucking microphone.
Oh, my head exploded. Cool, bye.
Yeah.
See you later.
What the fuck? No one ever crashes anymore.
Memory. You know, you're gonna be around for like 7 hours. Well, hopefully we get more frames then.
Could be worse. He could be in Houston. Got him. Well played. That was beautiful. Well done. Well done. You're right, though. He could be in Houston.
You can do it, buddy. Proud of you. Yeah. You're a space boy. That never happens to anyone. No space boy. You just don't stream for more than 3 hours in a row, okay? 2.6 more hours of your warrant on free. No. My warrant's going for 30 days. Oh, big stretch. Big stretch. Oh.
Who's he saying hi to? Not me. Okay. Spider. What's going on?
Paul and Francis. I don't think that would be a combo.
What?
Can we break the 6-day stretch? Probably.
Ooh, there's a nice amount of lava there. Okay.
We have 3 hours left. Yeah, no, I spoke to Snow. He's going to keep it going. Oi.
Diamonds. Nice.
There we go.
bullshit, dude. How the fuck?
Jake, thanks for the brand new sub. Ooh, come on, throat. Come on, throat. We're gonna be alright. We're gonna make it through, buddy. We're gonna make it. We're gonna be just fine. Or are we? Or are we? Is the real question. Or am I? Or maybe I'm dying. Maybe this is the beginning of the end. Until the deep throat. Yeah, my name's Jamal. Okay.
Hey, fella, how about number? Yeah.
Dad, what are you doing?
Yeah. Let me give you. Oh, hey, Aaron.
Can I have my phone? No!
Would you believe that from the time you left to the time you literally sat back down, that's how long the lockpick took?
Yeah, no, I know. I looked at my.
I literally got it back as soon as you sat down.
I don't know that I trust you driving.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean that you're one of the worst drivers in the city.
Well, what I mean is you're one of the worst drivers in the
One
city.
of the worst, exactly.
I'm a damn good driver. Man, I went on a
I don't
crazy
know about
chase the
that.
other day in like a car that capped out at 80. I had like 4 cars after me. I didn't get away with it. It was
Basically,
cool.
what you're saying is you're in a car so slow it was impossible to crash.
So slow, it was impossible to outspeed the cops, and I had to make a shitload of wild maneuvers.
But also so slow that it was impossible to catch.
Oh shit, I almost killed Joey.
Yeah, you almost killed a man and we almost crashed into. I need to. Oh, Jake's cool, man. To deal with it.
Shit, okay.
Y'all alright?
Yeah, what's up?
Damn, y'all might have shot my head off.
Yeah, almost.
Where's Fiona, you know?
Give the keys back.
Courthouse. Oh shit, I didn't know you wanted to drive.
Well, I had to meet up with Dix.
You wanna
Hello,
try
my
some?
head exploded just as you picked me.
Oh, shit,
I'm back now. My new number is 268.
Shit,
I gotta sleep.
All right, so done.
You're...
Is my fucking phone stuck now?
Fuji and Mel, we will send you to hell. Anime titties suit this car well. We look so pretty when we're driving in the city, and this car's covered in titties, and
Why
we're
are you
on
so
the
talking?
prune gang. Why are you so racist?
What?
Why are you so racist? What?
What's it got to do with anything? Hell,
Literally nothing. You?
you fuck up.
I'm a fuck up that made it, motherfucker.
You made what?
I ate one roach and I made a lot of money. No,
You can't even make your own bed, Mel.
what the fuck? I told you that in confidence.
Well, I didn't make mine either. It's fine. Who the hell makes their bed?
I usually sleep on top of my covers.
Wait, what? Why? Oh, what's wrong with
I
you?
don't know, man. I don't know. I sleep on top of my covers with like a thin little blanket.
Fucking weird.
Yeah, I was like that back home even when it was like really fucking cold.
Pull over!
Oh
Whoa!
shit.
Who's that?
It's Fiona.
Hello.
Fuck off,
Shit, she
fuck off,
followed us to
Fiona!
the meeting.
Oh my god.
Hey Wayne, hey Dexter. Hey, we're about to do some heinous criminal.
Bless, bless.
Thank
Fuck
you.
off, Fiona!
Dance, you asshole.
Yeah, you know what? I forgot about that. Oh, shit.
Hey.
Right.
We make it short. Let's go.
Where you at?
Hi, Dave.
Hey, what's going on?
Fiona. Come here, Fiona.
Hey, come there, Fiona.
Why don't you give me a little dance real quick? Go ahead. Here, give me a little dance.
I'll try on a little dance. I'm not in my crib
you
She
sipping?
asked me for help, so I'm trying to help her. Okay,
Are
I
you
see how it
sipping
is.
right now?
Fiona, it's all on you now.
Oh shit!
He goes, oh shit!
Oh my. Fine.
What? What
It's
the
fine.
fuck? What happened?
Eugene, you asshole.
You look at him proving he's not a simp. Damn.
I'll join the meeting if you want. Hi, gang
Hey,
shit.
how's it going?
Probably not.
Are you a
Gang
doctor?
shit.
You ain't doing as much as I
Yeah,
want
I'm
to.
joking.
Get out of here, Fiona.
Ah, but you stole my car.
Yeah, no, it's mine.
You gotta find a more creative way to get it
Thank you,
back.
thank you, thanks for the 10.
I gave you $1,000, bitch. Get a taxi.
Did you really?
Ryan.
Yeah,
You tossed her a grand to fuck off and she still didn't. Shit. Fiona!
Dance quick.
Hold on, let me clap that.
Don't bring that back.
This motherfucker. She's gone. Oh.
I need an anvil. This motherfucker doesn't have an anvil. This guy has several things for some bullshittery, but he doesn't have an anvil. That's fucked up. I'll just make another diamond pickaxe, to be honest. Can't be bothered.
My throat going fucking crazy wild right now.
Serious
Fine
smell.
this morning. Dapper, thanks for the 3, dude.
Serious smell.
You got the suit on too. Damn, look at you.
Yeah,
Look
look
at
at
this
this.
motherfucker.
So dapper.
Excuse me. Damn, bro. Where you get that shit from?
Armani.
Did it? Ooh. That ass, you looking. You actually looking real good, bro. Man, I see.
Thank you.
Oh, look fun.
Look at that shit.
But Eugene, you still fucking
I don't want it. No deal.
Yeah, they're so useless. 6.
You are always wanted.
So when are you like when are they gonna be out there? We get like a month? What is it?
30 days.
There you go. Nice.
Shit.
But I said I robbed the jewelry store like 9 times since they were over, and like did like 8 grocery stores. They just can't catch me.
Well, shit, man. You know
Just
what?
useless.
You are the king of being on the run.
For
Take this
real,
shit.
holy fuck.
Take that
Cops
shit.
just suck, you know. What is that?
Just so you want to run to your thing and nice little boost. Just well, why not, right?
Ooh, but it's cocaine.
Why
Bit of
not?
cocaine.
Why not? So I told Wayne, and I'm gonna tell y'all. I killed McCaffrey because he a bitch and he a snake, right?
Whoa.
Yeah, you heard it.
Oh shit. What the
Okay.
fuck?
So I had some things I was doing. We had some things lined up. I had to save that cold, but it is what it is. He had a lot of people believing he was doing some shit for a long time, right? A long time. We thought that he had a lot of people trusting him. A lot of money was getting pushed on him. We was putting hits on people in his name because of him, the things he pushed through. All the while, he's working with the police.
Meta unlocked.
Yep. He's dating Copper. I had to find out that Copper. Yep. I had to find out that Copper had 2 photos of Kathy, and she gave those 2 photos to him, basically to tell him, hey, you're being investigated.
Oh my god.
Fuck.
Yep. So I thought it was a joke, whatever, right? He was dead serious. So then I find out that Jordan Steele is related to DJ. Y'all know DJ?
I don't know.
He rolls with us. Little cat that rolls with us. He wears basically what the homie Chef used to wear.
Okay.
Plaid, that green and black plaid shirt. Cardi used to wear that shit too back then. Goddamn.
I'm not trying to sell my anvil, but if you need one, you can use mine for now. No, I'm alright. I'm gonna make an anvil,
All I'm
dude.
saying, bro, is you can't.
I appreciate it though.
Trust everybody. And McCaffrey's an example right there. The dude was working with the police.
I'm just making a mental note. Like, the motherfucker doesn't have an anvil. I might have to put an anvil in there. You know what I mean? Like for the blacksmith, he needs to have an anvil. It's like a mental note. Like I need to start accumulating iron for that reason. You know? Now that I basically got my diamond, short of sword, I got my diamond equipment. Like I'll need iron a lot less for that and a lot more for making an anvil now. That's my new priority for my iron.
Yep. Yep. The whole time, bro. The whole time was this dude. He had sold a brick of, I guess he was selling a brick of, half a brick of cocaine to Jordan Steele. He was selling shit to Angel.
What?
So I don't even know what else he could have been doing. He could have been, I don't know what he texted to people. I don't know what he's done, right? Right?
Yeah. Is he dead?
told the homie DJ and Ren, one of the baby G's. Not even thinking, he must just not have thought. He was selling some wild ass shit to Booty yesterday. I was like, bro, you need to check with Cat. And I just, when I found it out, bro, when I found everything out, I ran on my spot. I got my silencer. I rolled up to him. All I said is, bro, you got a big ass note, and I just shot him. That was it. He's listening to me. That's it. I ain't have a big song and dance. I ain't cup him up. I ain't interrogate him. I just blasted him on my other
Well, fuck, he was
Everything's broken today, Jack. My throat,
I mean,
the server,
was
my
he always
alerts.
good to you? You don't know.
Yeah, I
He
don't
was
know.
always good to you. I always thought you was someone I could
always
trust.
been better, motherfucker.
I'm just saying though, I want you to look at the people that you got surrounding you.
My
Everybody,
cars?
all y'all, three y'all in front of me. Everybody got homies. We all chill. We cool, right? I do trust y'all.
My
But
bones.
with Cappy, I know he was on some fuck shit. But if he could do that, anybody can do it. Anybody can do it. So watch it, man.
When I told you that Violet tweeted that sometimes you really need your homies.
Ooh. Who's finals?
You
Who is that? What?
You right. Sometimes it just be homies.
When?
Yeah, man.
Alright.
The reason Eugene stays out of Ronnie's place is
Ooh.
What if I'm an informant?
are you in a foot? Okay, I'm gonna put this away.
Oh, nah, see, I feel like, to me, that's like an RPG. If I see that in a scenario, I'm
That's
like,
what
wait,
That's
Yeah.
terrifying.
to me, it's like an RPG. I'm gonna just stop what I'm doing. Yeah,
Oh.
I'll put a fucking bullpup rifle away if I see somebody pull that shit out.
Yeah, holy shit.
Yeah, you better be afraid of my blade. This is 12 and a half grand.
Does it degrade? Yeah,
Yeah, he said it does.
That's fucking
Really.
shit.
That's stupid.
So just, I'm not telling you to reevaluate your friendships. Just watch out because
Yeah.
my whole type of scenario, I got connections in Vice City that I inherited. Cash. Now those contacts, sure, whatever. We went ahead, we did export half a ton. We do very successfully. It's great. We're gonna do even more in the future. But now they don't want to fuck with me. They think I got issues. I gotta deal with loose ends. Caden, that's a loose end. Gone.
Well, I want to know
Cash,
what was the story with Kate? The fucking Kate died. Kate
Scott
I
D.
didn't think Kate would ever die, man.
Got me.
Well, I see. It's either top Jones said or said he's the number one suspect for the cops right now.
So yeah, what happened with that? Because I ended up getting Eugene on a little reconnaissance. Fucking, what did you do? What did you end up doing?
Well, we
last night?
kidnapped him. I brought some random
Okay.
guy with us to record it. He's been willing hostage for every robbery we've done. He does documentaries on it.
Oh,
And I had Hans there. I know some guy. And I don't know his name. You think I remember names, Mel? No. No. We went out to the woods and we drugged him up. Tried to get a confession out of him, but he was super drugged. He ended up saying that Saab did it.
holy fuck.
Okay.
So I don't know how true that is, but I got it all on camera.
Eugene,
Why
do you
the-
remember when Caden hopped on the... Oh my god, when you guys listened to the other radio, I stayed back. Caden hopped on the radio with me and said,
Yeah,
"Stop
Saab went off
kidnapping
with
me, he's
Caden,
trying
I
to
know.
kill me."
Wait, when was that?
She did?
Yesterday. Yeah,
Yesterday.
yeah.
Holy fuck.
So Sab was with her.
Oh my
Oh yeah, I
god.
saw them go together. They went off.
He told me he was not with her.
No, they were. I literally saw them outside. I think.
saw her in the car.
Yeah, she got out of integrity, and Saab went, "Come with me, come with me." She got in the car with him.
So the whole concern right now is I thought Wayne in some way might have been because I thought that Wayne might have been involved with SBS Angels.
Cool now, Eugene. Cool now, man.
Right?
You know,
I thought
All
that.
right.
But I only thought that because the only person that was linked to the SBS Angels is Sad, right? Then I thought it was Sad because Jordan told me when I was showing the baseball time yesterday. He said, "Oh,
Eugene,
Oh.
text
something?
Me and Jordan and Caden hate each other for a long time, though. They've been at war for forever, right?
Yeah,
Might have given chips in
deal
it.
with this.
Yeah, oh shit.
You know Jordan was running around, he had an AP pistol.
I thought Jordan
He's got him on, he's got it on him right now. He shot someone and stole their AP pistol. He's just been drilling it into walls and everything and shooting everywhere.
So he didn't say nothing, right? He didn't say he knows anything what happened about her.
Drugged up, bumbling, wouldn't say anything, wouldn't just kept making noises instead of any time we approached him about it.
You know what's even worse about this whole thing? We got a spot up in Vinewood, right? A mansion, 3 levels, only for the square footage. We had so much bud, thousands of seeds, 15 AP pistols. We had all this shit in there. Like it was called a thug mansion. Right? So we had a bunch of shit in thug mansion. Everybody's still getting raided.
It,
So,
man.
they ended up hopping on it right away. So we couldn't even get up in there fast enough to do any, damage control. So,
That was McAfee's fault?
I mean, yeah, he owned it. Bro, yeah,
Oh,
it's
damn
all
it.
him. It's all him.
Shit.
So now what I'm trying to do is see if I can at least salvage something.
I know what we have to do.
Who this is, I'm not
We
breaking.
have to kill McAfee.
We have to kill Wayne.
You
Try
about
to
7.
fucking kill me, alright?
Wait, what? Oh.
You about 7 hours late.
About 7 hours late.
But nah, you see on the radio right now, it's DJ, which is his son. Yo, what up?
Yeah, man. It's fucking deep. Relax, Eugene.
Yeah,
I'm
man,
fucking
shit
good,
been-
alright?
yeah,
I
shit
know I'm
been
good with the
crazy, bro. I'll holler
fucking
at you.
angels, but like I don't fucking talk to them like that, alright? I give them guide cards and I can help them out with like getting bricks and shit like that, alright? That's it.
I mean, I don't really know, but I don't know. I don't know, bro. It's all about the information right now. I don't know what's going on, but I'm just at this point I'm playing it safe, very safe.
You used to have another guy called DJ in your game?
Oh yeah, did actually.
That'd be awkward if there was 2 of them.
I mean, shit. Last time his ass was in jail.
Oh, shit.
Crazy.
What's his full name?
Darnell. Shit, you don't know Darnell Jones?
I remember.
Yeah.
Told me it was.
Well, shit, sound like Ben Cage. Nice to you, public area. Nice.
Oh, exactly. I miss the big age, the old days.
Me too. Such a dingy little shithole.
You're the
So
clusterfuck of people.
Oh my god, I miss it.
Alright, but yeah. So how about this? You got good footage? Let's go to the bank quickly. Do it 20 minutes, like I said.
Alright, let's go. Let's go to the
Give
bank.
me that money. Yeah, let me give you that money. I don't believe
Try
it.
to get him over like that. For the moment, at least he's drugged up as fuck.
A serious lava bed in this direction. That's annoying how much lava is in that direction. But
What I heard Dex killed McCaffrey. Take your name.
Hey, wait, hey.
Okay.
Take your name and deal with it.
Yup, exactly. I'm pretty smart.
Hell yeah. Well, Mel, there might be something you might want to make something on.
Oh, 100%.
If we can get Sonia Summers and shoot her in the head and take a photo, we get 5 free heavy pistols.
What the fuck?
That's like 25 grand.
Yeah, who's putting you up to that?
Reed, Vickers.
Alright, cool.
all about the trap life. Yeah. We get that. Yeah. So you still in talk? What's his name? Listen.
Oh, yes, he's still around every now and then. He's
Alright.
just waiting on you, basically.
Ooh, is he?
Oh, he's ready to go whenever.
That's gonna be a big job. It's gonna be like from tunnels, you know that, right?
Yeah, he's ready to go whenever. I'm ready whenever he's ready.
We're gonna try and get that going next month. 100%. 100% next month. Great. Yeah.
Did that awesome.
I mean, we're gonna have to we gotta wait with all this shit going down.
Yeah, true with all the cops knowing everything.
Oh, there she is.
No!
Dad, give me my car back!
No!
No! Please! I have keys! You need to lock me out!
Yeah, they drop me off the south side.
No! No!
Yes!
No! 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 Ow!
Did you get your money?
I did. He said 30, but he gave me 20. But then again, I didn't get perfect for it, so.
I need to go to the hospital.
Why?
You attacked me with a sword.
That's so odd.
Initiated fuck. Oh my god.
Fuck local. It's like the gentlest hit ever.
I'll hobble.
I can't handle that this car opens the other side. I don't like it.
Die.
Bye-bye, Mel. I'll have a burial for you. You think with the fact that I live in fucking Britain. You think with the fact that I live in Britain, I'd be alright getting in the other side, but I can't get my head around it, man. He's simping again as well. He's simping again. Oh, my poor throat, man. Got weird today. I'm fucked up this morning. Ill. Well, yeah, of course I'm gonna sound worse and worse. I keep straining my damn throat like an idiot. Keep straining it like a fucking moron. Gonna drive IRL? Nah, I'm lazy. Never got around to learning.
Ooh, man, dude's done.
Get out of the way!
Okay. More iron. There we go. A little bit of this in here.
I'm too good at it. I'm too good. Oh god. Does my cops never try and get me? Just gotta give it a little bit of the door, you know, give it a little bit of nudge, a bit like that, and they go into you, dead.
Yup.
Hit the brick wall.
That needs to be right there. There we go.
God damn it! No!
Okay, let's do some above surface type. Oop, actually, let's grab this first.
Yeah. Closed.
You gotta take breaks from that mining shit. I mean, it gets tedious if you just grind into the walls, you know. I'm of the opinion that occasionally you gotta just take a break from that stuff. do literally anything else.
Hey, I've been released from the hospital. They told me to get plenty of
Didn't
prune
even
gang
say anything.
antics, whatever that means.
What does that mean?
That's
One,
what
two,
they told
three
me
of
to
those,
play,
okay.
right? You know, they say get plenty of bad racks, blah, blah, blah. They told me to get plenty of prune gang
Spoon gang
shenanigans.
even exists anymore?
I think it's basically just us.
Yeah, I think so. After Gladys Mulder, that was it.
Come pick me up.
Did you want to buy any bit more knuckle dusters and heavy?
Hell yeah.
Alright, what did you want?
I'm used to kill cops, huh?
Well, you can do, sure.
Oh, but I... Hey! Oh, shit! Fiona's hiding in the bush! She's waiting for the car! Where are you?
Damn it! Nowhere near where she is, sir.
Facing me! She's gonna hold me hostage
Where?
for the car! Where are you? I'm getting in a... Open the trunk!
I don't know where you
Open the
are!
trunk! I'm on front of integrity! I'm out of integrity! I'm in integrity!
Okay, alright.
She's got a gun, man! She's got a fucking gun! Help! Sir! Sir!
Yeah, I'm gonna give the blacksmith the anvil. I don't need the anvil. Like, he can have it, you know? I'll leave it at the blacksmith's house.
Sir!
I can just go down here and blacksmith whenever I want to. It's my village, you know what I mean? Like, I took over this village. I'm the king. I'm the king of this goddamn village! Now, this other thing, this whatever the stone thing, I want to bring this to my house just because that motherfucker had two of them. Like, why do you need two of them? He's got one too many, so I'm going to keep this one over here just because. I don't know what it does exactly. Oh, it puts two bad things together into one? Yeah,
What have you done
okay.
with Mel?
I killed him! I killed him! Ah!
Hey, Mel!
Bryce is dying.
Cool.
Cool.
Get out of the car real quick. We can't.
All right, let's take a trip. Let's go see what everybody's getting into. I need to like stretch my legs a bit.
Look
at that.
You pussy.
You can't have your car back. Howard.
Let's go wander around and see what everybody's getting into.
Have to go through me.
City check. It's city check time.
Mel,
I'm gonna
why did
go
you shoot her?
Why did you run her over?
'Cause that's
take a trip.
significantly less damaging than a bullet to the heart.
I mean, my village is here. It's good
Now,
shit.
what is wrong with you?
I have not yet seen a psychologist.
You probably should. Every time I swallow, it's like hot lead.
Oh, fuck.
The burning phlegm.
Right about that way for Paul. Okay.
Gotta do a little bit.
Paul, I'm heading to you first, bud.
Oh my god. Dude, do not be fucking Dr. Andy. I've had it all day.
The worst.
Literally like eating mouthfuls of Manuka honey, and then I had Andy's come in like, oh, it's not proven to actually help or anything. Like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Let me die in peace, alright? Let me just die in peace.
Let it ride.
Alright, so what do you like to buy?
I'll take a heavy. 55,
What about
right?
Knuckles?
You sell them for a lot. Tupac sells them for a little.
No, I did them for less than him. Remember, he's 1,000, I'm 800.
Bullshit, he's 700.
Cut us again.
I'll take like
Stupid boob.
they're so. Hell, I shot Fiona and her stupid boob. I'll take like 2.
Alright.
Oh wait, no, Bella, no, I gotta buy the house. Forgot about that. I won't
You
buy
don't want
anything.
anything?
Yeah, I forgot about the house. No, homeowner. People actually have the house.
That's
I've been
alright.
thinking about it.
That's alright. I respect your decision.
Nothing wrong with that. I've never seen these wheels without the little like tan strip on them. These are the same wheels I have in my Lambo, but there's like that little tan thing. Looks like a strip of tape.
What the fuck is that? Is that a certain kind of stone? What is that in that sand over there? What the fuck?
Holy shit.
What am I seeing right now? What is that? Oh, that's just like sandstone or something. From a distance, it looked like metal almost. Oh yeah, that's just sandstone. Okay, that was weird. That looked so different somehow. That was very strange.
I literally had no hands on the door handle. I had no hands free. I fucking hate this room.
Do my head in.
I know.
I'm just gonna make murder everything all the way over to Paul. So it's like I'm going to see my friend Paul, but also I'm murdering literally everything I see on the way, animal-wise, because I'm trying to kill this sword for one.
Come on now.
Two.
I stole this fair and square.
I need the resource. I need the, leathers and whatever else, the wools and whatever else. Whoa.
That was kind of illegal.
You did it illegal.
I think so.
Oh god, that hurt. Oh god, that should be. That's not fair. Can't
you
take
okay?
me down. I'm unkillable. I'm unkillable. C4 can't take me down. Why do you think I'm feeling well?
Yeah, Mel, she got blown up with C4.
I got put up with C4. Yep.
Straight up bomb.
Yeah.
Damn, you're tough.
Still recovering. Yep.
Boy,
Ow.
you alright down there?
No, you shot me, you fucking asshole.
That is correct. Several witnesses as well.
Yeah, but they can't see.
I like my car back.
No,
You like my car at least? I think it's pretty sick.
I
Look,
love
every time you smash the windows, I didn't see them actually smash.
Hey,
neither.
don't.
I love
I'm
the
pretty sure
animated
it's
movies all
bulletproof.
over it.
Now that's broken.
Yeah.
Mel, you want me to test it on you? Yeah, let's test it.
Who's that dude? Who's that dude with the shiny pants? What's up, Paul? How's it going, bud?
Just stay in the car. Just sit down.
Sure. What are we testing? What's the concept of the...
What a cool spot, dude. I like it.
Did those bullets hit you, Mel?
Oh god, my spine mid. Oh,
Oh.
my spine mid.
I guess it's not bulletproof
Oh,
then.
my spine mid. Oh, my spine mid. Oh, my spine mid.
I guess they're not bulletproof then.
Oh, my
Well,
spine
I mean, at least we know.
Little Lambier. What do you do with Little Lambier?
Oh god, Hans, my spine mid.
Wait,
Oh, my spine
are you making another Lambier right here? Hell yeah. I like it.
Oh my god, that was me, sorry. Fuck it, man.
You need medical? Let's go to the nice
I got shot. I got shot.
Where'd he go? What the fuck? Where'd he go?
Hell yeah.
Oh,
You got your chest down there. That's
it's not
dope, dude.
bulletproof.
Why do you have ladders on the wall that don't go up to anything? Is that just for decoration? That's cool.
I'm not bulletproof either,
Oh,
apparently.
hello to our little kid here. Wee bad frog to our little kid. Wee bad.
Yeah, that ain't happening.
I just heard now. I swear I just heard it. This is almost as sore as C4. Oh, there you are, buddy.
That ain't happening.
I'll try.
This asshole shot me. We gotta get revenge.
Oh, cool.
Okay. Yes.
Found him.
Yes. Alright, well,
Wow, you missed.
I saw. I don't. Did I shoot into the wrong seat? I'm confused how
Mel,
I
how
did
the
this.
fuck you in the trust? Let's be real right now. You just sit there and you fire bullets into me right inside the hospital?
It's 5 minutes until fucking tsunami. Eat shit.
Well, if you knew anything about the rules, you know that, Mr. Coyle's not too happy about people gunning to each other down in the last few minutes, you know?
Is he really?
Yeah, exactly. It's in a
I
manual.
literally saw him interrupting it in a shootout. You were there.
Yeah, that's illegal now. Illegal.
Shit.
I like your spot, Paul. I like your spot. What's up, Ninja Drew? Hi. What's up, bud? Sorry, man. I wasn't paying attention to the chat at all right there. That's my fault. Hi. How's it going, buddy? Happy Sunday. Goodbye. Paul's out of here. All right, Paul. Take it easy, my friend.
That sounds actually painful.
Sleep well. Dream of large women. I've got to,
Oh man, you got sick of the fucking concert.
I gotta find a place to crash here for the night.
Oh! That was evil.
How's Ninja Drew doing today? Everything going good with you?
Yes, you ruined it!
You shit.
The fuck? Oh, that's not how we get out. I was like, what the fuck? Why does this give me so much trouble? Because that's not how we get out of here. That's why. am I headed? That way.
This thing has crazy range.
Yeah.
I'm just practicing. What the?
Damn it!
Controller has to charge. Be well, good sirs. All right, buddy. Totally understand. Well, I mean, I don't. I keep mine always plugged in. Mine's literally always plugged in. I don't know if that's worse, better, or worse for the controller, but
Oh, fuck behind us.
Fuck, bro! What the fuck? Oh shit! Hey,
Hello, I'm Eugene.
hi, I'm Melbert.
Hi.
I'm gonna remember you, G. Yeah.
You want to have a fist fight? You want to go, huh?
Yeah, I wanna go.
You want a poker?
Oh. McLean!
You want a poker? Huh? You want to go?
Shit!
Oh.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, you need to jump, McLean. Yes, stupid you. You wanna die? Oh. Ow! Oh, you missed. What? I don't know what is going on in this city today.
Don't do it!
Ah!
this guy's got a gun.
It's Eugene, It's, he's got a mask.
Oh.
No! Ah! McLean!
Ow! Ow! Ow!
What the fuck? How do I?
Mel's dead. Wait! Wait a minute. Did Mel just take down McLean? Oh my god. Oh!
Ah!
I will say this. I really like your city, though. You got a cool city here, bro.
Sorry, server restarted.
Pretty dope. You have a few zombies already in here. That's cool. You're gonna turn them into humans or whatever with the magic potions like you like. That's your jam, huh? Gonna turn them into humans with your. Do you have a furnace, by the way, pal? I mean, I have one. I could just throw down, but I don't have any coal on me. Where's your cooker, my dude?
What the fuck?
Is it in your house? Or do you have it somewhere else? There it is. Does blast furnace work for food? Not really, right?
Do it, go ahead. Oh yeah, I did stab him. What? Now kill McLean. Leave it at that. Leave it at that.
La 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 la.
Oh, well, I'm like fully down to have a warrant for that. I don't care. I did shank him. No, shh. No. Mel took down McLean.
Mel took down McLean. Ugh.
Mel?
Dude, I feel like I've been up for a long time. I haven't though. I think it's probably because the Red Bulls are starting to run their course. You know what I mean? What time is it? 4 o'clock. It's not bad. I mean, it's terrible given I've only been up for like 5 hours, and it's 4 o'clock at night. That's terrible. I mean, I don't have to work tomorrow, so it's whatever. But bro, my sleep schedule's been completely turned upside down this week, or this weekend rather, I should say. Trouble, bro. That will only begin to hurt Tuesday morning when I'm trying to head to work and I'm like, fuck. That's when it's going to suck. That's when that's going to suck a lot. Just baking a few potatoes. Just do a little potato bacon. Where is Lawrence building? Is Lawrence using that #1 village? Is he on village 1? Lawrence is on village 1, huh? Is he top center over here? Or where did Lawrence decide to work? I'm very curious to see what he's gotten into. I feel like he's been on here quite a bit. Good lord, I'm gonna be here an hour waiting for these baked potatoes.
They blank. I got my fucking Sprite. Nice cool beverage. Hopefully it'll soothe my throat a bit. Since I don't like hot drinks. And I'm too lazy to make one. Ow. Oh. Marashki, thanks for the brand new sub. Or try meth to help my throat, yes. I have actually. Can't recommend it enough. Do you guys have 7-Up in America? And like the shit versions?
Do we have 7-Up in America? Yeah, we have 7-Up in America. What are you talking about?
It's so shit. What the fuck is this outfit? Alright, whatever. Take it. Fuck is this, dude? I never made this.
That's taking
So
way
wait,
too
you guys
long.
have
All right,
tango
we're
as well
gonna. I'll worry about the rest of the potatoes later. That's taking way too long. I'm spoiled rotten. I'm a
Tango's
steamer
so
thingy
shit
or
as
whatever.
well in the banner. Like, what the fuck? Nice, and I have feet. I don't think I did make this. I think this was just an RNG mess up. Man, it's so bad. I mean, the tango's so bad. Chat, I don't need feet, alright? Feet are overrated. Feet are for losers, dude. I don't need feet for it. Yeah, I missed it. My favorite beverage is probably Ting, though, man. Ting. Good shit. I think it's a Jamaican beverage. Well, they drink it in. Cream soda? Oh, no, not fuck, man. I don't. This is weird. I don't feel ill at all. Like nothing else of me feels ill. I feel absolutely fine. Just my throat. Everything else is fine.
I still maintain that the coolest spot on this piece of map we have that we're working with right now.
Iron brew or nothing. Americans just don't understand iron brew, man. They just don't.
Look good together, sandstone and wood. Yeah,
They'll never know.
I resist desert at all turns. I'm the opposite. I'm like, nope, don't want any desert. That's like hard to work with, dude.
Whoa.
I respect the challenge that it provides, but like,
Woo.
see, this is the coolest shit on this map. Is this thing right here? I wish I could incorporate this into something cool.
Whoa.
I kind of half wanted to build on that little platform up there, but I was also like, yeah, that doesn't really give me a lot to do from up there, short of expanding on it. And if I expand on it, I ruin how beautiful it is, you know? So I was like,
Cleansing.
I'll leave it.
Felt like
It'll
made
just
my
be a
feet
landmark.
feel there.
Oh, there's Lawrence right there. Lawrence is right there. See? The doorway in the side of the cave. That's gotta be Lawrence.
Alright, it's a weird taste.
Well, it doesn't have to be Lawrence. I guess there's been other people on this map, right? Besides Lawrence and us?
It's like cough medicine.
I get it though. It's a dope ass spot.
Ow, you never had that fucking cough
This is just a
medicine
cool
you had?
spot next to this
Hot water
lake, dude.
tastes
This
like fucking Dr.
topographically, geographically. Oh, do not enter, please. Ah, Ty's place. Okay, that's Ty's place.
Hey,
Got
what's
it.
back, dude? I can't remember what it's called.
Ty is very selective about people going into his house. He believes that everybody's out to get him, and even his friends will rob all of his shit. So
Not gonna lie, drinks are so much
we
better.
respect Ty's privacy.
So much
That's what we
better
do.
from a fountain machine. And my car's over here. Yeah, from like a, you know, from like a takeout place. Now they probably can't see it. Did you see my car?
Dude, you fucked my car up. I'm gonna have to pay like $3 to fix that, asshole.
I didn't do that. You did that. Can you see my car?
Yeah, I can see it.
Oh, good. You know they use syrup. Yeah, I know they use the syrup. For me, it tastes good. Comes alright. They got like a million flavors though. A bit more specific. They got like 6 million flavors. Right, what am I gonna do? I'm thinking of doing another hour of Eugene. And I might Lambert, it might be there. Jump onto Hall, maybe, for an hour, see what happens with that.
Wait, why does that look so good? This looks really well built. Is this Lawrence? Lawrence, did you do this? Is this Lawrence? I wonder if this is Lawrence. A part of me thinks this might be like man-made and not in-game made. Because this looks really pretty.
Fucking car.
I might have just grabbed everybody's... Oh, I'm going to leave it in this. You know what? I'm going to leave it in here. In case someone comes back and goes, yo, so who just fucking harvested all my... I don't want to steal anybody's shit. I think that might... I mean, normally the villagers don't make it this pretty. Do you know what I mean? Like, that looks really nice. Looks like really well built. I wonder if that's actually
Like Lil. Lucas hates her, I think.
villagers or
You see my
if
car
that's
still?
somebody helping the villagers, you know?
I don't think so.
Because this is, well, this is villager shit. Oh, somebody trapped. Yep, see, someone's helping the villagers because they trapped this guy. Okay, yeah, then that was somebody's carrots. My bad.
Embarrassing.
That was definitely somebody's carrots. That was definitely somebody's carrots right there. My bad.
Dad, you're a grandpa now.
I put him in the chest. You guys saw. I put him in the chest. Didn't steal him.
I'm a happy father. You're nice, man. Congratulations, dude.
Is this another trapped villager? Bro, someone's over here just enslaving people. Look at this. Another trapped villager.
Happy
Bro.
dad's birth, exactly.
Are the ones that are trapped all the ones you can trade with? They are, aren't they?
Sir, how'd you know
I think Ty's over here enslaving this village. This might be Ty's village. He likes to trap them. That's his play.
this is yours?
Although, whose is this? This might be Lawrence here.
Oh, this is a nice.
No, stop it!
This is
Stop it!
This is a nice interior. What? Yeah, this is a good.
Bad,
Yeah, I can see
bad,
the car.
bad vulture.
It's a condition. Come on, it's a condition.
I know, I was doing it, I couldn't help it.
Yeah, I young some elephants out of some guy's trunk
Oh,
yesterday.
shit's fair as fuck now.
Yeah, it was easy clap.
Alright,
Broken
good, good.
LG.
Did you need any knuckle dusters or heavies?
No, actually, I have both. I've been yoinking knuckle dusters out of people's cars.
Oh, well, they're probably the ones I'm selling around. I sold like 20 in like 2 days.
Yeah, I have 3 of them in my integrity.
Very nice.
Easy clap.
Alright, fair enough. Easy clappers.
Easy clap. All right, you.
I'm really ill. I'm gonna give you corona.
Yeah.
Come here. I'm gonna make you ill.
Your windows are closed. Get away. Get away.
I'm gonna make you ill. I'm gonna. You didn't even try and do too long.
I fingered him up and put him back. Well, the thing about it is, like, you got to make sure these carrots are, you know, sound and intact and in good shape. You know, I was really doing them a service. That's the way I'm gonna frame it. Like, you're welcome. I fucking, I checked your goddamn fucking, what do you call it? Carrots. Make sure they're in good shape. You're fucking welcome. Also, let's not get it twisted. End of the day.
My throat is.
This whole map's mine. So who are we kidding? You know what I'm saying? Like, who are we really kidding? I'm never gonna take that approach, but I could if I was inclined to. I could say, hey, thanks for all the hard work. None of you guys are ever invited back on this map. It's all mine. You know what I mean? Let's be real.
Where you from? Normal, right? You drink hot water? Yeah.
That's the beauty of being the host.
So, we're both sellers.
Oh, how does he know?
I don't know if you want to get out or not, but I'm going to get chased. Oh, all right. So, we're both sellers now for the bikers, right? Me, you, Anto, and, Tupac, as far as I can tell.
Oh, Tupac also.
Yes, us four, I believe. I think that's everyone. What are you doing prices for? Because I want us all to keep it roughly the same. So we all cover every basis, but we're not, like, mugging each other off undercutting, you know?
Man, you lost that cop a long time ago.
Oh, I know. It's already.
He's gone. I don't know. I feel like the prices we get them for, they're a bit too much anyway to make any profit.
Oh, no, I've been doing heavy 5.5. It's always what they did. Knuckle dusters 800s with 300 on each knuckle, and thermite, like, I don't know yet. For those two, I'm doing those though. People seem happy with it.
No, I mean, yeah, I mean, people might be happy, but just in my opinion, I think 5.5 is a bit too much.
I do. Why do you think that?
So it's like $5,000. Takes a while to get that kind of money.
Not really. You hit a grocery store. You run one grocery store and you have that much money.
Yeah, like almost 100%. Yeah.
Pretty damn easy.
All right. I mean, I usually ask 5, but I can start asking 5.5.
I think if we all just uniform our prices, we'll all benefit, right? You'll be able to get your money quicker from the thing, and people will know what price to expect, you know?
Right.
Because otherwise, I don't think the bikers can get them any cheaper, so that's why, like, our buying price is high, but it can't get any lower, so.
Doesn't exactly know how they get that. I feel like they make a bit of money, even, at least $1,000.
Maybe, but I don't think it's that much really anyway. But easy, we keep it like, I'm so fucked, my throat is so fucked, it's
Well,
going
why don't we just make it all 6,000 then?
$6 grand? That's even more, that's way more.
Yeah, but the shotgun and the Uzi is also 6,000.
Then people will get mad. I think 1,000 per gun profit's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
And then knuckles
but
I do for 800 because I think $300 is whatever.
Yeah, but we make 500 for the shotgun. The Uzi.
I just don't even try and sell those anymore, to be honest, until the prices get better.
Yeah.
You can make $1 grand on those. You don't make about. I normally make about 1,000 on that stuff.
But you get them for 4,500.
I don't even remember.
I always get them for 5,500.
Yeah, I don't even fucking remember. I'm not doing any friend discount either. Like, everyone's paying the same price.
You hear that Superboy has become a Sith? What? The pain of losing Thunderboy has changed him. What? Is that real? Oh no. Well, that's not good. I hate to hear that, dude. Hate to hear that,
Vinny
dude.
used to do it, I believe. He used to sell it to his boys for, like, cheap. Which is why I think the bikers got him out,
Oh, you're not longer in there.
Don't think so, no. I think it's just us.
Oh, okay.
Me, you, Tupac, and Anto, I think. And that's it.
Alright.
Well, we're all a little... Honestly, I liked Thunder Planet, but I was at the edge of my build as far as, like, what I was going to do to it. Like, I didn't have a lot left to do on my particular thing. So I'm not as... I don't think I'm as hurt as you guys were with it. You guys still had big ideas and plans, and you were working on builds and stuff. I really wasn't. Like, I was, like, trying to contemplate my next build. Like, the next thing I was going to try and do. Because, honestly, I was right at the end of my little fort. My fortress was pretty well set up. I wanted to do a few things, like maybe vine the walls a little bit more, a few trees around and stuff. But for the most part, it was as good as it was going to get, you know. I was building a tree. That was kind of cool, I guess. But I was just kind of doing that because I couldn't figure out what to do next.
Where the fuck is Dennis?
To be fair, I was at the edge of my creativity on that last planet, if I'm being honest. So, I'm not that upset that we have to do this new world. Like, 'cause my favorite part is the start. You know, at a certain point, I run out of creativity.
How little they care.
On this one, like when I get bored with the creativity, I'm gonna like start pushing towards villagers. You know, like start making them a priority and start really making trades with them happen, and you know, collecting up whatever they want to trade for, trying to level them up and stuff. I think that could be cool. That could keep this entertaining for me, because there is like a certain point where I'm like, and I'm all out of ideas. Do you know what I mean? Depending on the topographical situation. Now with this one, I'm far, far, far away from doing that, having that moment, because I still have to build up on the hill. I have to decide what kind of build I want to do up there. I've got to trade with my villagers. I've got to secure them better, get the walls built. I've got to do more mining and get more resources. My resources aren't where they should be. I need to get more resources together. So we're far, far, far away from being done. Or I'm far, far, far away from being done creatively on this map. But on that last one, bro, I had my ducks in a row. You know what I mean? Like, I felt pretty well set up. Like, there wasn't a lot I wanted for, you know? I still need to figure out what I'm going to do with the spider eye. I just throw it in the river or something, I think, maybe. You know what? I might just dump it into the lava over here. Super Y, you want to do like a 5-minute warning? Yeah, true. This map does have a lot of everything. And the exploring will be fun, too. I don't plan to explore much more than like a map off of the main, you know? I worry that that's part of what's fucked us up. Is them having to generate all this, like the game having to generate all those pieces of map as we wandered like 12,000 fucking, you know, numbers away from where we started, you know? Hell, I'd like to resource out that ravine in the middle of the map. You see that red fucking dash in the middle of the map? That's a beautiful ravine. I'd like to go down in that ravine and traverse that on the sides of that ravine and fucking chip away at some stuff, you know? Like, that'll be a cool stream, I think. Like, there'll be a lot of cool things on this map I can fucks with, for sure. So, I'm stoked about it. But for today, I'm pretty well tapped, Super. If you're tapped, I'm tapped, brother. Only because I've been staring at this cherry fruit pie for about, I don't know, almost 4 hours. Vader, Jesus, chill. So loud, so loud. I've been staring at that fruit pie for a while, and then also I haven't had anything to eat today. Well, and I've had, you know, 4 or 5 energy drinks. So your boy is pretty shaky right now. I wouldn't mind putting some soup together or something. Maybe I'll do the steak cut fries. I'm not sure, but I'm going to have like a bite to eat. And sit back a bit, you know, for a little bit here, bud. There you go. Appreciate you, bro. The homie. Alright, guys. So, yeah. Tomorrow's my day off. I might get on and play a little Minecraft, though. Just keep your head on a swivel. If I do, it'll probably be mid-afternoon. You know, 12, 12:30, 1 o'clock, like that area. Assuming I don't oversleep again today. But if I do play a little Minecraft, it'll be off stream. Maybe I'll post something to Instagram to let you guys know I'm going onto the map. But tomorrow is my day off from streaming, so I don't stream on Mondays. But I'll probably still be playing some Minecraft. I know the rest of my day today is going to be committed to some 2K. I got to get my power forward into better shape. But my railroad to Paul is about 1/3 done. Nice. Yeah, so far I like it. I like how you went tall with it so you can go over everything, dude. That's dope. All right, guys. So, anyways, like, comment, subscribe to all the things you're supposed to do. You know the game's play, trying to grow my channel. Hope everybody has a beautiful Sunday. I will see you guys Tuesday bright and early for opinions on the All-Star game and general 2K conversation and talk and basketball shooty hoop conversations and maybe even a few games with my power forward because I think I'll start grinding him pretty hard right now. Hopefully I'll get him into shape quickly. Anyways, for now, I'm out of here.